Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well. It is Monday, the 23rd of May, which means it is a Monday Night Live show, our longest running Kop-Ish show. First and foremost, hope you're all well. Please do smash the like button if you haven't, people. Please do contribute to the comment section. Just remain respectful to one another. This is a community that we love and cherish, and we hope you guys do. And we want everyone to feel welcome. So make sure you guys keep it respectful and courteous to one another. Whether you disagree or agree, that's another thing. We're all for that. We love a bit of debate here. So keep it coming. Pause. And also, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drifty, I was going to ask you how you're feeling, but you're probably feeling like me, a little bit dejected, disappointed, and just want to make sure we win that Champions League so it can help ease the pain, but it won't get rid of the pain.
Yeah.
So
I was this close to calling you sick today.
I'm about to drag you out your rotted bed, bro. Open up the door. We have a show.
I was teetering with it. Because I don't really know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say, man.
We got a lot of topics to speak about, bro.
Yeah. And you know already one of them is really rattling me, bro.
Bruv, one of them just coming to me as well, so I'm gonna have to adapt.
That's probably the same one that's rattling me.
Yeah. Sadio, one man can satisfy that one, yeah. No inside joke for me and Drifty there still. But before we move on, guys, obviously, just let us know in the comments one word how you feel this Monday. Not even trying to banter or be silly, just one word, because
one word.
One word in the comments now. One word. So yeah, we appreciate it. Let us know how you feel. And we're going to get into the first topic of the show, which is how do we solve the conundrum of Manchester City in the Premier League? Right. All right. At the last 5 available Premier Leagues, Manchester City have won 4, Liverpool have won 1. Out of the 5 last Premier League campaigns, I would argue Liverpool have only been in a position to challenge 3 times. 17-18, we were chasing top 4, and that was common knowledge to everyone. The reason why people include that in the whole debate between the two clubs is because that's when we dethroned them in the Champions League. 18-19 was the first season where I believe all Liverpool fans...
And with the reason they didn't go undefeated. We stopped the Invincibles that year.
Yes, that as well. 18-19, I think collectively is the first season where we all believed we could challenge for the title, and that we did. 19-20, we went a step further and we demolished City in the title race. The following season, we had the COVID season, and we had the season where every single player had judge. And then we had this season just gone where we've missed out on the league again by 1 point. Now, I'm going to spin it, Drift, really quickly. Everyone says Man City are dominating, and on the face of it, they are to an extent. However, we could argue that out of the 3 times where we've really had title challenges between us, they've won 2 very narrowly, and we won ours by absolute destruction. When you add context to the actual situation as opposed to just looking at the overarching figure, how do you feel about the rivalry?
First of all, before I forget, big up everyone. You know, when you said put one word in the chat, how you feeling? The chat was extremely inventive with coming up with every word in the dictionary to basically just say.
We've got the best community on YouTube. And that's no disrespect to the other channel, by the way. We just got the best.
But basically, that was a very inventive and great way of everybody just coming up with different, more posh, nice extravagant ways of saying fuck. So yeah, big up everyone for that. To your question, I'm getting feedback now. Now I know what you was talking about before. 1 2 1 2. No, it's gone now.
Might be Daps. Daps is playing with our stream.
Yeah, don't get me started on Daps yesterday.
Big up Daps, man.
Yeah, big up Daps. Love Daps. Fuck his team though. So which one do you want me to answer first? Is it as big as people think it is? Is that which
is the domination as much as people think it is?
As much as people think it is.
Is it 2-1? And the twice they've won it, they scraped it. No disrespect to them, they did. They scraped it. The one time we won it, we demolished.
The reason why I would say they're dominating, Cal, is when you look at the rule book. I know context is key to everything, but when you look at the rule book or whatever you want to say in 10 years' time or whatever, nobody's going to care about context. Like, we probably don't add any context to what happened 10, 20 years ago now. You just go, who won, who did what, who did where. So the record books are just going to show that Man City won 4 Premier Leagues out of 5. 4 Premier Leagues out of 5, I think, has only been done twice by Paisley and Ferguson. They're the only 2 managers who've ever won 4 out of 5 leagues. And unless we can try and go that one step further, Pep will probably get another one. And then that could be a record, if I'm not mistaken. 5 Premier Leagues in 6 years. I think that's a record, if I'm not mistaken. So I think when you look on paper, bro, they are dominant. Obviously, if you do add the context for the sake of a real conversation, yes, they beat us on the last day of the season both times. It's the 3rd time they've actually done it in our history, which is why I really do despise them now. I really do. It's not even a rivalry. It's just a hate. That's how I look at it now, because what it is, when it comes to the other rivalries that we've had in the world, some of them you can have maximum respect for, and then some of them you can't. So the reason why I hate Chelsea is the same reason why I hate Man City now, because they won the lottery and then they tried to come to the rich man party and act like they've always been wearing Gucci and Fendi and all that kind of stuff. And no, you haven't. You used to shop at Primark like everybody else, and then you won the lottery. Well played, fair play to you. I ain't never going to hate on you for that, but don't come to the party and act like you've always been this good.
Is it a lottery, or they, again, I don't want to get into it. It's not.
Well,
the
club got the lottery of the owner buying the club, if you get what I mean. So you got Roman with Chelsea, which was an absolute lottery win for Chelsea. And then Sheikh Mansour taking over and whoever else it is who took over at Man City. And then they got their lottery. So that's the reason why I think I hate them. I hate Man United because it's just a natural rivalry. The same way I hate Everton because it's a natural rivalry. The same way I hate Arsenal because it's a natural rivalry. But those rivalries are all based on, for the most part, ethics, hard work, and talent, right? Arsene Wenger and Ferguson, for the most part, were just really world-class managers who did their thing. And the rivalry was natural because they stopped us winning things. Arsenal, the rivalry is probably quite big because of the fan base. I think if I didn't know any Arsenal fans, I probably wouldn't feel there was such a big rivalry with Arsenal. But
I'd cut you on that one. I actually don't think outside, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Outside of London, I don't think there's a Liverpool-Arsenal rivalry.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's because we live in London when we're with them, why there is a rivalry. You're right. I think in Liverpool, they probably don't care about Arsenal, to be fair. But obviously, I'm just talking about what we have to live through, like our rivalry. But it's the Chelsea and the Man City one, bruv, is because they just won the lottery. And I said it to you lot yesterday, and I'm not ashamed to say it out loud. Roman was doing hella dodgy stuff for a very long time, and nobody said anything, right? And it took a war for it to end. Like a real horrible, disgusting situation for it to end. Now, that's the bigger picture, of course it is. But the smaller picture of that is that Chelsea will now be back to normal.
In theory, it might not be.
Well, all right. If they do it now, even though they still got the head start of all that money, at least now the chances are it will
No,
be.
I'm talking about they may still get an owner who splashes the cash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this owner will most likely not be coming in necessarily on a Roman thing. It'll probably still be done with more smart planning. Like I still doubt very much that they're gonna come in because the way they run the LA Dodgers, I think it is they're in charge of. They still make sure they do get things done, but they're not just willy nilly just like wasting money kind of thing. Roman ran up 1.5 billion just doing stuff for the hell of it. These guys ain't going to do that. Do you get what I mean? So they probably will still spend money to be successful. They're ambitious. But I don't think they're just going to be bankrolling the thing the way Roman did. And it took that for Roman to have to step away. Now, in my opinion, that's the problem what I have with Man City is because of the money. And I think nothing will really stop them unless something crazy like what happened to Roman happens. Because the Premier League have to save face, bro. Let's keep it a buck. The Premier League is the biggest brand in sport, arguably, in the world. And they can't come out and then say, yeah, it's been a bit of a mockery. The team who's won 6 out of the last 10, 4 out of the last 5, did it unjustly. And now we have to punish them. And now our whole competition looks less than. They're not going to do that, bro. So they're just turning a blind eye to it. And City would just keep getting away with it, bro. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, we just have to kind of accept it. So, yes, they are dominant, massively dominant. And you just have to say, if you're taking away why they're dominant, they are. They're just unbelievably dominant. Like, to win, to get the Centurions, to get a domestic treble, to win 4 out of 5, to get to the semi-final and the final of the last 2 Champions Leagues and always be in the quarters, they are a supremely dominant side. Like they just are. Like we just have to keep it a buck. They are. But obviously there are hella parts to that if you're adding context. But on face value, bro, I think their dominance is pretty obvious, man. I do.
So I'm going to ask then, Drift, how do we stop it?
Keep grassing them up till someone listens.
Well, you said that's not going to happen. I'll be honest. I genuinely... Shout out to Kev as well from LFC Day Trippers. Shout out to all the Day Trippers as well. I saw Kev write in the comments saying in a few years' time, we'll see an extra 3 Premier Leagues come to Anfield, referencing that they're going to get busted. Kev, I'll be honest, and I'll be honest with everyone in the chat. As much as I'd love it to happen, I don't think that's going to happen. I think, Drift, like, we don't always agree. Like, but on this, I think I have to agree with you. The Premier League at this point aren't going to admit that they've been turning a blind eye and they've been letting this team get away with what they've been doing for so long. Like the fact that they got sanctioned, but not really sanctioned the last time, for me, kind of said it all. Like you have all the evidence there, you know what they've done, but you're saying, oh, because of a technicality on time, you can't. I'm sorry, what? If I go and commit a crime, what is there a 10-day period where you've got to catch me or I get away with it? Like, no, there is not. You catch me, whether it be a year or 15 years later, it's done, isn't it?
Forgive me if I'm wrong on this, but isn't there actually a rule in law that says you cannot use something as evidence if it's stolen? So it would literally be like stolen footage of a robbery, yeah, but you can't use it because it was stolen by the technicality. So you have to watch the person commit the crime, but you can't prosecute them for it because you're not allowed to use the evidence. It would pretty much be like an equivalent of that if you want like an analogy. We know they did it. They just nothing could be done about it. Like you said, timing. I mean, rah, boy. So this is what I'm saying. We're not even being salty. We're just saying, we're just talking facts here, Cal. They committed wrongdoings in the way they've been running things, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like they're just nothing we can do about it. Is what it is, bro.
It is. So here's the thing: they've just gone and got Haaland, and what the crazy thing is, out of the whole season, what did they finish on? 93 points. So they dropped. What was it like? The maximum you can get is 114. So they dropped what? 21 points all season. We dropped 22 points all season. Now, let's be honest. We can go through all of our results and say this is what we could have done if we had this. Like, I'll say it straight. I think if we had Genie this season, I think we win the league. But I'm saying that with hindsight, even though I have said it during the season, and many will disagree with me, and that's all fine because it is fantasy. Haaland's not fantasy though for them; it's reality. So, them getting Haaland, let's say that gives them an extra 5 points. How do we bridge that gap? What are the positions? Because forget players, because we can lambast about players all day to the cows come home. What are the positions we need to address to ensure we match or better City next season? Because that's what it is. It's not about looking behind, because with all due respect to Chelsea, Man U, Tottenham and Arsenal, unless they do a madness, an absolute madness, they won't be catching Liverpool and Man City next season, in my opinion. So what do we do, Drift?
Do you know, I think there's a little bit of a misconception on that, you know, Cal. I do. I think Man United, Chelsea, and Tottenham could quite easily have a good summer and catch up. I do. I mean, if nobody agrees with me, that's fine. But I watch the way some other clubs have turned things around, and even though they're a million miles away now, and their infrastructure doesn't seem solid enough for the gap to be made up quickly, life changes quickly. It does. And I think if either of those clubs get it done properly in the next 1 to 2 windows, I don't think they'll be as far off as people think they are, especially Tottenham and Chelsea, because Man United seem like they may have more to do in terms of their recruitment. But let's just say Conte actually gets 4 or 5 players that he truly wants. Bro, that Tottenham team ain't that far away with 4 or 5 additions from being right up there. They went toe-to-toe with Liverpool both times this season. They beat Man City both times this season. And that is with a squad right now that's not that good. You give Conte 4 or 5 players that he wants, and I mean good ones. I don't just mean they're giving him like any old players. I mean they're giving him the actual players that he wants. I can't lie to you, bro. And the same with Chelsea. I know Chelsea seem to have, like, they're in the mud and rare. But if they do get the defensive reinforcements that they need, and 1 or 2 wingers, they could turn it around quite quickly. Like life does change quite quickly in football when you've already got a foundation. I think Tottenham and Chelsea have a foundation already. They're not that in the mud, in my opinion.
I hear that, Drift. I hear what you're saying. But when was the last time Liverpool or Man City didn't get above 90 points in the season? Because this is what we're working with now.
I think last year was the only one, right? I think Man City won it on the high 80s, I think, didn't they? I think that's the only time it's ever.
The 90s, no? I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they did, because remember, they had a terrible start. We were top at Christmas last year, and then we just fell away, and they managed to. I don't think they got into 90s last year, bro. Like high 80s, I think they got.
I rate Conte highly. Everyone knows I rate Conte highly. But I was saying this before. It's one thing getting sick players and all that and having a sick manager. But Liverpool and Man City have already got that. Plus, they've already got the knowledge of knowing their teams can do it. They've already instilled the mentality, instilled the philosophy, instilled the system, and had players who are bought into it already.
86, yeah, people are saying they got 86, yeah.
89.
86, yeah, they got 86, yeah.
My bad. Last season was a weird season, as we all have like attested to, though. I don't see them clawing us back. Like, they may take points of Liverpool and Man City, which they haven't maybe done as much in the last couple of years. I just don't see them clawing it back to making it a title race. I do see it being a 2-horse race. And
I can see the logic behind what you're saying, 100%.
For me, it's how do we now go from being second place by 1 point to we beat them by 1 point or beat them by 5 or whatever it is? How do we turn that around? Because if anyone outside of City would have said they need a goal scorer, an out-and-out goal scorer, well, they've gone and addressed that. What do we need? What do we need to address? Because again, we've never been a club who just buys for the sake of it, but we do address 9 times out of 10 what we need. So what do we need to address, bro?
Okay, what we need to do, I think I sent this in a voice note yesterday in our group, and I put down the lack of response to it, as in everybody was just upset and I was venting. I just didn't want to talk to myself like a crazy person. So forgive me for that because I know I was on a mad rant.
No, I was checked out yesterday. I had to go to my mother-in-law's birthday, and a couple of Chelsea fans were there, so I had to address that situation in public.
Yeah. But to just briefly go off of what I was saying in the voice note is, if I was JW Henry, right, and I'm giving all of the players a congratulations on a job well done, but unfortunately we just didn't get over the line, and I'm giving Origi his thing and all that kind of stuff. And I'm there and I'm just watching the passion, and I'm watching what I own, and I'm watching everybody in such awe of Jurgen and the team, but still knowing, look at the support we're getting, but we failed. Like, we actually failed, not for the whole season, but in our pursuit of the Premier League, we failed. And look at these people, look what these people deserve. I am standing there, if it's me, and I'm worth that much money, and I have that much power, and I own that football club, and I'm drawing Klopp to one side, and I'm saying, I don't want our pride and our ego and our support from the fans to go wastefully. Jurgen, the fuck do you need to make sure that them pricks across the road don't do this again? It's too many times now this is happening. Like, this just keeps happening. What do you need, Jurgen? 200 million? We'll get it done. And I know I'm living in a dream because FSG aren't like that, but I'm just thinking as a passionate human being, Cal, which I know you are as well. If you owned Liverpool and you were standing there in the middle of that pitch and you were thinking to yourself, this hurts. This almost feels like for nothing that we didn't get across the line. And it's the same team who keeps taking it from us every time. And they're just going to go out and go and do this. Like you said, Haaland, and they're going to go and get this and De Jong and this, and they're going to just go and do all this. Why wouldn't you be like, Jurgen, what do you need to make sure that them pricks don't beat us again? Because that is what any real owner would do. They would truly be like, yo, I don't want this feeling again. I don't want this to happen again. I want us to be the one. And I remember 3 years ago when we did, and how good it felt. I want that feeling again. I want us to feel that. These fans deserve that. Look at this support. We didn't even win, and look at this support. Like, what do you need, Jurgen? Whatever you need for the final piece of your puzzle so you can be as dominant as they are. And I really hope that in this summer, FSG back Klopp. I really do. Because right now, we've got one more little push, Cal, and we're there. One more little push. Don't get twisted. As upset as we all are and as disappointed as we all are, let's try and stay realistic in the moment while we're in the disappointment and understand that this is a brilliant team. That's just a one or two pieces missing from being able to dominate the way they do. Just one or two. And whatever it is that Klopp and the recruitment team think that is, just give him it so we can get it done. And none of us will ever know what that is. Only Klopp and the recruitment team and Pep Linders and them man will know. But whatever it is, Cal, I don't care what it costs. Get it done. We know they're realistic and they're not going to go out the water. They're not going to say, well, get me Mbappe and get me this and get me that. They're not going to do that. But they might be like, I don't want
Mbappe anywhere near our club.
No, but obviously, but but it may cost 62 mil for a Tchouameni. It may cost 70 mil for a Jude Bellingham. It might be you do have to go above what we're kind of traditionally used to doing. Do you know what I mean? But bro, if that's what Klopp, Pep, and everybody believes is what will make that next step, do it. Because what is the point in doing everything we've done to this point if we just start going backwards or we stay the same now? What was the point in Klopp signing a new contract if you don't give him what he wants now? What was the point in us getting so close and having the most memorable season in history where we were one game away from still being in with a quadruple? What's the point in all that if you just let it go to waste now?
But that's what I was going to say, Drift. We say it's the owners. Bro, whether we want to admit it or not, Klopp's in bed with the owners. Pause. Like, he is. So
yeah,
if we come out of this summer and we know what we want as fans, but we don't get that, I can't come out here and start bashing the owners unless I see a clear indication that Klopp wanted something and wasn't giving it. Like, for example, January last season, when he wanted a centre back and didn't get one, Klopp was very clear that I wanted a centre back and I'm being told I can't get one. We can get on the owners for that. But if we come out of this summer and we're like, we didn't still get a right back, or we didn't get a centre midfielder, or we didn't get another attacker. For me, we can't just say it's all FSG. We have to couple everyone in with it. We've got a couple Julian Ward, you've got a couple Klopp, and you've got to put FSG. It's a team effort from these lot. So for me, I agree. We've got to go and we've got to sort out what we've got to sort out. For me, it's not just the owners though. It's collective now. We've got to look at a collective situation, and Klopp has to come into that as well.
No, I hear that, bro. And what you're saying is facts for real. Like, we can't give Klopp a blight in terms of like just assuming he's got nothing to do with it. You're right. The only thing I would do though, bro, is I would use what I would call common sense, in that Klopp must be feeling the way we are as well. Surely. There's no way that he can watch his legacy be ruined by City and their cheating and their money expenditure and not want more than what he has, if that's what it takes to overthrow them. Surely.
I'd hope so, Drift. But again, and I'm probably going to sound like I'm an FSG fanboy. Like, it's not that. I'm trying to just open the conversation and be like, look at it from both sides. But like, we've seen Klopp with extra players, and we've seen how hesitant he's been to use players like Tsimikas this season, use other players, and you think, why? We've seen us play dead rubber games in Champions Leagues and other trophies, and you're thinking, why is Salah playing this game? Salah's just come back off the plane. Mane just come back off the plane. Why are they forcing them straight back in the team?
That's money though, Cal.
No, but
2.5 mil for every win. You know what I mean?
Like with all due respect, if not in the Prem when it's Norwich at home, and yeah, obviously we did need Mane and Salah to win that game, but you're thinking, do they need to start this game? Like, did Salah have to come off the bench against Benfica? Did Mane? Did Thiago? For me, that's
I think he's learning. I think he's learning, Cal, because he has done it quite well at the same time. So you're right, but there are a lot of games and he has rotated, and we're like, raw, Klopp's taking a risk. So I think he's learning how to deal with a big squad, bro. Because I think the small squad he was used to, and it's taken him some getting used to now to have a big squad.
Well, I need to see more of that though, Drift, before I can say again, like, because we've sat here and we've seen certain players out of form, but they're still picked without like hesitation. Like, I love Robbo. Robbo is the best left back in the world, but there was a period Robbo was going through where he should have been on the bench and Tsimikas should have come in. There was a period where Mane should have been on the bench. There was a period where Salah should have been on the bench. There was a period where Henderson should have been on the bench, and we had other players available, but they weren't being played. So, and again, after we lost out to the league back in 18-19, we didn't sign anyone. We went and won the league. I don't know how much of that was FSG. I don't know how much of that was Klopp. Like, we don't know, which is why I say, I'm not saying it's not FSG's fault, but I can't sit here and say it is their fault without saying Klopp's got to shoulder some of the blame if it goes pear-shaped as well. Like, in the same way now, as fans, we've got to start crediting FSG if we win stuff as well, because for me, Klopp's not going to sign a new contract unless they're all working in tandem. Like, he made sure his backroom staff all got new deals, new bumper deals, by the way. So he's not a guy who's just going to stick around just for the sake of it. So for me, I need to see a collective effort. I need to see Klopp maintain his arrogance, but not so arrogant where he sits there and goes, maybe I'll shoehorn him in there if things go really bad. Like, I want us to have a bigger squad now. 5 subs next season makes a big difference as well, because you're able to give more players more minutes.
Which he banged on about.
So, again, but we've also seen Klopp have situations where the Tottenham game where we could have brought on Origi and you bring on Naby. So, again, Drift, there's swings and roundabouts, bro. Like,
all right, could this come down to, Cal, that as brilliant as our squad players have been, they're still not like elite squad players in the way of...
They're not fully trusted probably as well.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So even though at the end of the day, he still knows that they are good footballers and they've proved to be good footballers, could it not still just be down to the fact that they aren't the upper echelon if we're talking about world football. So the likes of Taki and Ox are brilliant footballers in their own right, and they've massively contributed this season. But if it was like, I don't know, what could like Tchouameni or Camavinga or Gravenberch was the Ox, do you know what I mean? He probably is making the substitution. Do you get what I mean? So it's not that Ox isn't good, it's just Ox isn't good. But if that had been a Tchouameni or a Gravenberch, he probably would have made that substitution. So maybe it's about giving him a squad where he hasn't got anybody he ums and ahs about. He's literally just got 26 players where 20 of them, he just knows they'll get the job done. Like if he brings them in, bro, they'll get the job done. Because I think this is why he plays Milner's. I don't even think he thinks Milner's a better player than Naby. He's just like, Milner will get the job done. I'm going to put Milner on, and I know what I'm going to get out of him. I just do. Milner never lets us down, bro. Never. It doesn't matter how old he is, how many games he's played. He just don't let us down. Do you know what I mean? And I think that Klopp needs a couple more squad players, bro. I think he's learned how to trust your Minaminos and your Oxes and your Origis and all that. But I think if he had a Gravenberch and a Tchouameni, you know what I mean? Look, because, bro, look what he's done with Ibu. He's realised, I can trust you. And he plays Ibu in any game, bro. Away at the San Siro, home against Man City. He doesn't care, bro. He's like, because he's learned, I can trust you. You may be young and you may be new, but I can trust you. Bro, he plays Ibu in any game. Any game. It doesn't matter what the game is. He'll play Ibu, bro. He trusts him. And I think we just need to get in more players like that, where he immediately just knows, I can trust you. Oxy, what are you going to give me, bro? You're 50-50, right? I don't know what I'm going to get. You're a good player. I don't know what you're going to do for me. Naby, you're a brilliant player. I don't know what you're going to do, though, bro. It's a 50-50. What kind of game we're going to have today? He needs more 75-25s, Cal. Like the Milners, where he's like, you're going to play well. I know you are. Get stripped off. You're getting on. You know what I mean? You just are. And I think that's the key to making him utilize the squad, bro. Give him everybody he can trust.
All right. I'm going to read out these super chats before we move into the next topic. Danny says, rumour has it, if Burnley stayed up yesterday, Nick Pope was going to wear one glove in net all next season in tribute to his manager. Burnley. Danny, that's a brilliant super chat. Mr. Dar says, could you guys have one of your mods make timestamps? I mean, if someone's able to do that for us, that would be fantastic. It's something we are going to do as well, but if someone's able to do that for us, that would be amazing.
It's just time, guys. That's all it is. It's just time.
Tim says, nothing to be ashamed about. No other team has gone toe-to-toe with City. Fine margins, guys. Bring on Saturday and bring up Kopish. Big up yourself as well, Tim.
Yeah, big up, Tim.
All facts spoken there. Kadir says, unfortunately, my gut feeling wasn't right this time, but we came so close. We go again. It's all we can and all we must do. Facts, Kadir. Big up yourself. Jamrock says, Cal, how many more W do you believe City is more than us? I think they won one more game than us this season, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it two? Might have been one or two more games they won more than us.
I think we drew 2 more games and they won 1 more game or something like that.
Yeah. Cutback Merchant says, heartbreak, but I think Klopp fixes his attack against a back three and we will walk the league. Literally all games we struggle against back three. Fix that and we are good. TSF said, feel much more positive today. End of the day, it was never in our control. Lost to the better team and it's okay to admit that. Chance for 7 on Saturday. Agreed. Pimp in distress, big up yourself, Pimp in distress. Yeah, big up you guys, especially Cal. Must have been must have had a tetanus jab before going on the football terrace. I definitely request being positioned away from Daniel on the panel. The guys are completely unaware and clueless. Respect. I'll be honest, Pimp in distress. Daniel's actually a good guy. Like, I don't agree with half the things he says, but he's a cool guy.
Got to remember, he needs extra fries with that salt because we beat them in 2 finals.
Yeah, so him and Anita,
hella Chelsea fans started talking today. I was just like, you cannot be serious.
Yeah,
you actually directly felt our wrath this season. You cannot be serious. Like,
that's why they feel that way.
Yeah, it is.
Joe LFC says, need to start beating City for us to win the league. Yeah, I'm seeing that in the channel chat in the comments quite a lot. It's a point.
That's true.
Dougie says, do we need new owners to be able to compete? Playing devil's advocate. Yes, but I don't want to cheat to win it.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like the only way it seems as though you can compete with City is by matching what they do, but I don't want to win it like that. It's way more satisfying to win it the way we won it, knowing that no one in time can come in 10, 15 years and be like, you see that league you won, those Champions Leagues. We've got some new evidence about how you acquire certain things in those years. Like no one's going to come to us with that.
Although, Cal, if you have owners like, say, a Newcastle, for example, that don't break FFP but still take advantage of the rule where you can spend up to 100 million above it as long as you spread it out, we could still get the odd player here or there that would be a superstar. So they could still help us even without cheating, if you get what I mean. They'd just be willing to do what FSG don't do. Do you get what I mean? We could have got Haaland based on that rule and just spread it out. Of course, we could have, but they're just not willing to do that over the top finance type situation.
No, but
you know
Klopp himself came out and said he didn't want to be involved in the Haaland thing. Klopp said that.
Because Klopp doesn't like the fact that it gets political, I believe. Not that he doesn't want the player. I just think he hates the fact it gets all political. But if Liverpool just got it done real easy, it wouldn't get political, would it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's true. Jamrock says UEFA were 5 months past the time frame.
Yeah, very convenient, isn't it?
Conveniently, I was going to say.
Yeah. They didn't know what was going on before that, did they?
Yeah, we need to take 4 points off City next season. Yeah, we do. Elisa says, agree with Drift. Not that we can do, it's the rest. Yeah. Ty says, don't matter who they beat. It's about over 38 games. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. Like, we were brilliant this season. They just pipped us to it. Elisa says, other teams got to be competitive against them. Yeah, I mean, some were competitive against them that we blitzed and vice versa, though. Again, it happens. Rohan says, we need to be better in big games, too many draws. Yeah, our record against the other in the top 4 teams this season wasn't very good.
It just literally draw every single one. Every single one was a draw.
Danny says, Harry Kane and Basuma take us to the next level. They definitely do, although Harry Kane I don't see going anywhere.
Not now.
Jamrock says it's not rash of new players that is needed. It's focused throughout the season and approaching all 38 games as a final, whichever player plays. That's true.
Can I just say something to that, though? I just say something to that I think people should take on board, which I tried to be level-headed with yesterday. If you're playing your 63rd game at the weekend and you've gone for every trophy, it's damn near impossible to go ham in every league game. It just is. It's just too much football. And it's one of the reasons why, as much as it was an absolute ride, and if we do it again next year, it'll be amazing. At the same time, it kind of is the reason why we concentrated on the Champions League or the Premier League prior, because it's a very unrealistic thing to try and achieve. And I almost think no matter how good your squad is, even just human nature, Cal, 63 games, it's a lot of football. Like, it is a lot of football. So much room for error in 63 games. So much room for error in that many games. Like, it's mad. So if you're going to go for that many games, it's very difficult to go ham in every game, innit?
I hear that. Ash says, that Man City parade is actually embarrassing. Had more people at my wedding. They don't even care. By the way, I flagged Sangard to you guys months ago. Ball winner who can play. Perfect for us. We're going to speak about him in this show. Aslan says, I think you guys are thinking about this all wrong. You need to figure out a way to edge big title deciders against City, like City away, and that's your answer.
Remember, I said that. I did say that we never win the league when we don't beat City.
Yeah, you did, to be fair. El Lad says we need to get 2 midfielders and an attacker as well as Carvalho. I'm going to speak about that as well. Kiswade, hopefully I've not butchered your name. We need 2 players to make an instant impact like Ibu and Diaz. Agreed. Clark Kent says, I've been filming for Eat for Less Me and the Family, which is being aired on Thursday the 26th on BBC One at 8 p.m. If you're not doing anything, tune in. Yeah, we'll tune into that, Clark.
Yeah, I look forward to that still.
I hope you
Remind
gave
us
a big up
closer to the
Kopish on
time
show.
as well.
Hope you gave a little big up to Kopish on the show, Clark. Hope you had it in the background or something, and BBC picked it up. And we can do them for copyright, like they do us for copyright if we ever put a picture or something. Ash says, our bench is as good as City's. I think our squad players been unreal. We lost by a point. I think we need Carvalho, Elliot Jones need to burst through next season to be creative differences in those draws. I think that's the plan. Jamrock says, not as a team, how many more points do you believe City is ahead than us head-to-head, everyone healthy? Oh, since 18-19, not the nominal points, just objectively better. Everyone fit, I think we're better than City. But if I have to look at the league, I'm going to say maybe a point or two ahead of us there.
Nobody's going to like my answer. I think you're right, Cal. I think player for player, we do have better players. They just play better football.
I think they play better football in moments.
It's easier to control your destiny when your football is controlled. And I think that Liverpool playing chaos is sensational to watch, but it gives us way less control over our destiny. And I think that's why you see Man City get a few more of those games over the line that are like they were against Villa. Like if we were 2-0 down against Villa, I don't think we'd have had the composure they did. Like if you look at their goals, they were very composed goals because they always still felt they had some control.
Nah, bro. Mings messed up. I think they had 2 mistakes for 2 of their goals.
Yeah, Mings' touch was, oh my God, he should go jail for that touch. But it was, if you still look at everything around it, it's very controlled. Even the way De Bruyne just made that pinpoint pass to the back post. A lot of our people have thrashed at that, tried to have a shot where he was just composed in a moment. I think their football's just more controlled. Like I hate to admit it because I fucking hate them. I just think they play better football than us.
Fair dues. Calm as you like says, if we won just our home games against top 4, we would have won the league. We will have to win the league next season. I really have no doubts. I hope so as well. Depends what we do in the summer though. Agopa, big up Agopa. It's been a little while. Self-sufficient club versus state-owned club, not fair. Very true. Selection says the Athletic said we asked Haaland camp his conditions, and Fabrizio said he was the 3rd team in for Mbappe. We tried. I mean, I take that.
I don't reckon we went for Mbappe in the slide.
I don't think we went for either player. Like when Klopp says that we don't want to associate and he doesn't like things like that, I don't think he's just saying it for. He's not a spiteful man like that. He's not going to say it because we missed out on someone.
Yeah.
Ty says City didn't beat us. We need to not lose to Leicester. That's true as well. Promo says we need to beat City to gain a psychological advantage and play different tactics versus teams who play 5 at the back. We also need to invest in our centre midfielders. I fully agree with that, Promo. Jamrock says it requires better rotation from Klopp Drifty. Fully agree with that.
But he's learning to trust those players, Jamrock. That's what I'm saying.
I believe he is learning. Not in an Arsenal way, but he's learning. Troy M says Chelsea and Arsenal fans rooting for City will be as salty as F when in 10 years City has a new generation of entitled fans talking big to them every season. Exactly. When they are only behind Liverpool and United in trophies. Keep that same energy then. Agreed.
They're all 16, 17-year-olds now who are like young and now. Wait till they're grown-ups. Just wait. Because that's what all the Chelsea fans are now, Cal. They're all those teenagers from 15 years ago that have grown up now, bro.
Shaq said, next season I want Liverpool to lead, not chase.
Facts.
I'm going to be real. I hear you in terms of winning the league. It would be nice to chase them and then overtake them once, though, to get that hoodoo off our back. But obviously, I just want to win the league in any way, shape, or form.
Bro, I don't like playing kiss chase, bro.
Jamrock says, so why when we were down to 14 points in first place? I just think we were having a bad season up until that point. And then we turned it around, Jamrock. Sean says Bun City. Would you credit Lance Armstrong? No comment. I fully agree, but no comment. Promo. Our games are too entertaining for the neutral. Yeah, probably are. Probably are. Right.
We're definitely more entertaining. Yeah.
We're gonna get our next topic. It's been mentioned a few times. There's a banner about it, or has been a banner about it. Shout out to Matt. Mr. Tchouameni.
I smash the like button, people. Come on.
Over 1,000 of you in there.
On a Monday show. Come on, smash the like button, people.
Is it the Champions League final or the Tchouameni final? We'll discuss now.
Wow.
By the way, shout out to Terry. Terry clipped me up very nicely with the whole bala la 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 thing. He clipped me up very nicely.
He clipped us up. I saw what he did in it. Like,
it made me laugh though, because I know no one on the channel knew what it was, so they were probably confused.
Yeah, for real.
Oh boy, Matt, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm alright. I'm just obviously, man, still disappointed.
This is a safe pace, Bob. You don't need to pretend.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Went to work today feeling depressed, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Everyone's like, oh, like, how was your weekend? This is me. Yeah, how was your weekend? Man didn't even answer the question. How was your weekend? Why asking about mine for? How was your weekend?
That was Christian with a Christian.
Yeah, I can't lie. It still hurts. But here's the thing. We can only get over that hurt with a win on Saturday. I think it will help ease the pain. It won't change, obviously, what happened, but it will help ease the pain. And I'm just praying that we can still do a thing on Saturday, because I just don't want our season to kind of just unravel. And here's the thing. If you win 2 trophies, you still had a good season, but the position that we was in would make you feel like it just unraveled and we didn't do that much, or we felt like we could have done more, which we could have. But again, it's one of them ones, because it wasn't in our hands. We had to rely on another team, and that's where the problem always arises, because you rely on someone else and it's not yourself. When you rely on yourself, you know you can control it. When it's not you, it's out of your control. And unfortunately, that's what happened on Saturday. That's what happened. I don't want to talk about yesterday, innit? So. But yeah, man, we move. Let's just hope that, there's better things to come, especially on Saturday. And not only that, in the transfers as well. Because I think whether or not, obviously we're about to speak on him now, whether or not, things come to fruition, I think it kind of shows that we are active and we should be making some movement. So yeah, man.
Do you know a good way, Cal, to make people try and understand who don't quite get it? When I spoke to my mum yesterday, obviously she's been along for the ride, because obviously Liverpool, because she sees how I'm enjoying it, she's kind of got into it. So if I speak to her after game, she'll always be like, nah, it's so good or whatever. You know what I mean? If you got the win, or I get a text message or whatever. And when I spoke to her yesterday, she was like, it's been such a good season. Don't be down. You've already won 2 trophies. Why are you so down? And the best way I could put it to her was imagine you're watching them read the numbers off on the lottery, and you've got the first 5. You're like 10, 12, 6. And the excitement's just building up, and then the last number is 42. You're like, I've got 28, man.
No,
somebody would turn around and
you've got 41.
Yeah, because it's 1 point. It's 1 goal.
You're 41. Somebody would turn around and go, yeah, but you still won 100 grand, bro. You got 5 numbers. And you're like, but what could have been? I nearly won the jackpot. I would have been a millionaire. So even though you're still happy you won 100 grand, you're never going to be able to not think one number and I was a millionaire. And it's very hard to not think, what if I was a millionaire? Do you know what I mean? You're still grateful with that 100 grand, but you was one number away from being a millionaire. We were 15 minutes away from being Premier League champions. 15 minutes.
I know. I think, listen, like you said,
I just needed to win the game in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. So I just read Drew's comment, you man. Read Drew's comment.
Okay.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's
Right,
mad
cut you real
because
quick. Ty,
Yeah.
sorry, your super chat didn't come through, Ty. Just send it again as a normal message and we'll get that read out for you, bro. Sorry, go on, Matt.
No, it's cool. What I was gonna say is that I'm still proud of the team, regardless. I tweeted it yesterday. I was like, listen, yeah, I know we're upsetting it, but we still at the start of the season, we got written off by the whole world in terms of what we could achieve this season. No pundit that apparently, the pundits are supposed to know more than us, supposedly, remember? They're the ones that are clued up, but some of them have actually played the game. Imagine that. Players that have played the game completely wrote us off and said it's either going to be Chelsea or City. Let me say that again so people can clip that one up as well. I'm looking for you, Terry. But yeah, all the pundits said Liverpool, nah, burnout. Certain people on that, funny enough, certain people on that show, I won't name no names, said Liverpool won't even get to top 4. Yeah, won't even get to top 4. They know they are. I got you, don't worry. And here's the thing now. We was in a quadruple hunt up until yesterday, a quadruple hunt, right? And it's so mad that you've got Man United fans, Arsenal fans, all celebrating that we didn't win a quadruple. It actually kind of shows you where we are. That says, regardless, we have everyone rattled. Do I know why everyone's rattled? Is because let's just say Man City done a quadruple. It will be historic, it'll be amazing. But everyone will always look at them and go, yeah, but they just paid their way to do everything. They're like the rich kid that just gets everything. So to be fair, they should be winning a quadruple. Liverpool haven't done that. We do our things the proper way, or as close to be, because football, we know football's not the cleanest. That just is what it is. But you try and do it as close as you can, and you go about your business the best as you can. And when you've got people, that are trying to laugh at us and about what we've done, I find that so mad because you've got teams that couldn't even make Champions League. You've got teams that spent, what is it, like 75 mil on a Sancho. Big up Sancho. You know, it's all loving that, brother. But I just got to call it, innit? Objectively, before I get myself in trouble. Cal knows why.
Yeah.
You spent how much on Ronaldo? You spent how much on, I don't even know if we can call him Varane anymore. Should we just call him Varane? Should we just call him Varane and Raphael Verpain? Because I'm not gonna lie, bro, he didn't do nothing. What did Verpain do?
Can't stand Varane.
Let's be real. These teams that are around, bro. Listen, and another thing as well. Don't even get me started.
Super fly. Bro, I hear the rain on my window. I hear the.
Bro, it's Verpain. Bro, hear me out as well. Here's another one as well. Don't even let me go on to Chelsea. Chelsea were talking the wickedest at the start of the season, and now they want to try and laugh at us. Yeah. All I can say is this: this is one thing I got to say about Chelsea. Your owner got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Your arguably best defender, or one of your best defenders, has decided to go Real Madrid. Your other defender keeps calling in sick. We know who he is. Christensen is now about to leave. Thiago Silva looks like he's on the verge of, can he do another season? Lukaku, or should we call him Lupin, because you just don't know if he's going to turn up. Is he there? Is he not there? I don't know what's going on with him. Bro,
you got more Timberlands than a New York house party, bro.
Bro, we shouldn't even call him Lukaku no more. We should call him Lupin. Like, genuinely, bro.
Well, Timberlands and the Rough Riders, bro.
1 minute he wants to be world class, next minute he wants to be a second division striker. I can't even lie to you. Them man are all in the mud. They can't say nothing to us. And that's why I will say, people, yes, it's been a bit of a rough 24 hours, but don't let these lot rattle you. They was trade places with us 100 million percent. Listen, let me end it with this, yeah. The only teams that don't need a full rebuild are Liverpool and Man City. Everybody else needs a rebuild. A rebuild takes time. Trust me on this one. They want to swap places with us, and it hurts them. All they can do is laugh, but trust me, it hurts them more than it should hurt us. I'm telling you, them man there are triggered. Let them be triggered. Let them laugh. Let them talk. Let them. Trust me. Even if we don't even win the Champions League, to be there to try and win it, is an achievement in itself when you think about how far we've come this season. When you think about Virgil van Dijk coming off the back of an ACL, and we've had 2 signings that are just embedded in straight away. When you've got other teams that had them signings for the summer, and it still ain't even done nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Haters don't add context, Matt. They just stand on the sidewalk eating a banana, guy. I don't like that shit.
Bro, it's mad. Self-awareness is so key in life. Self-awareness is key.
If we were in the mud and we saw Man United going for a quadruple and they didn't get it, we'd laugh as well.
We would, but you know why we would laugh? We would laugh because it would be like, that's all we can do because we got nothing else. We can't talk to them.
You would laugh, but you would know how shameless you would be.
Yeah, bro,
I wouldn't be messaging anyone or anything.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't be all like, there's certain man and they know who they are. I'm not even gonna out them. I can't be asked. But there's certain men who are all up in the DMs. Yeah, like moving like Puff Daddy, bruv, all up in the video. And their team's in the mud, bruv. I'm like, if you want to be the captain of Shameless FC, that's all good, man. It's all good.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Tchouameni.
I don't want him anymore, you guys. I don't like somebody who wants to do the whole flirting and who wants me more and all that. I don't like it. I can't lie.
I'm gonna be honest. I still want to get Tchouameni. Here's the thing. I think sometimes we do have to think the player that might have signed for Liverpool, yeah, just because we necessarily don't hear about it out loud doesn't mean that they didn't have other offers on the table. It's just that it just was never said. For example, give an example. Sadio Mane had offers from Man United and I think Spurs at the time, but you didn't hear nothing about that. All we heard was Liverpool agreed to fee Southampton, and he went Liverpool.
But he didn't entertain them, no, man.
No, bro.
He didn't entertain.
Bro, he spoke to Van Gaal, bro. He actually spoke to.
If a man calls your phone, bro, you're not going to be rude. He picked up, but he said no, thank you, bro.
No.
He said no, thank you, bro.
I hear what you're saying, but what you got to understand is this. Even with Virgil van Dijk, I think it was Man City, and I think it might have been Chelsea. It might have been Chelsea that were talking to him. Listen. Every big player, or every player that's, on the rise, so to speak, they're going to get offers from multiple clubs, and it is up to them to decide. What it is that it's not nice if you hear it out in public, like in terms of like, they're trying to decide. But bro, this is what normally happens with every player. It's just that it's been brought to the attention because Monaco want big money. And let me be real, I guarantee you, Tchouameni probably doesn't even want people speaking about his transfer, but sometimes you get the people above you that will just, they'll make up noise because they want that fee. And I think this is what's happening, bro. I genuinely feel like he's
you might be right.
Real Madrid, Liverpool. I need to sort of think about it. And I'm hearing contrasting reports anyway, because I'm hearing
he's doing a Hazard, bro. Do you remember when Hazard picked Chelsea over Man United because Hazard won the Champions League? He's doing a Hazard, bro. That's what he's doing, bro. He's going to pick the team that win the Champions League.
I think he's already made up his mind,
Man thinks this is speed dating.
No, man.
Let's be real.
No. Don't think so.
When it comes to the biggest clubs in the world, Real Madrid and Liverpool, they sit at the table, innit? Like this ain't like you're choosing between like Liverpool and full disrespect intended, Arsenal, for example. Like if you choose Arsenal over Liverpool, unless you've grown up supporting Arsenal or you just don't believe in yourself to break into the 11 at Liverpool, then it is what it is. But Tchouameni knows pretty much he starts for both teams. Like,
yeah,
I don't mind.
I hear that. I just don't like what I'm reading.
But I don't think.
I don't like
but
what
Drift,
I'm reading.
you think we should cut off on us a spot? Like, it's one of them ones where it's like, okay, you might not like it, but we have to always put business first ahead of personal. And if he was to join Liverpool, he actually walks. Not, in fact, I don't. If he doesn't walk in, but if he doesn't walk in, he causes a problem instantly. Like he causes a problem.
He walks in. He doesn't disrespect anyone, but he walks in.
So who do you think he walks in ahead of?
Into whose team? Real Madrid, you mean?
Both.
Who does he? In our team,
I'll say he walks into our team, bro.
Who would you say he gets in over for our
right centre midfield? Whoever's there.
So you'd play him a bit more advanced than what he's playing for Monaco, then?
He's box to box,
but he's still more on the defensive side for Monaco, than the attacking side.
No, he's box to box, bro.
He does get in over Naby at the moment. He does. I mean, Henderson will probably be a squad player from next season as well. So maybe Cal's right. Maybe he does not walk in, but he probably does get in.
I don't think he keeps him out at the starting 11.
I think if we're being honest, if he can if he can basically bring his Monaco form to Liverpool, if he was to arrive, he goes into that right centre mid spot, and then it's like Fabinho the 6, rotating with Henderson, and then the left hand side is Thiago, and then if not Naby. That's how I would look at it. But my first 11 or first choice 3 midfielders, if he plays the way how I think he will play, he would almost be that kind of Wijnaldum, but just more powerful. And I think his defensive qualities will be really like appreciated, because you see how we love to talk about when Trent goes on a madness and sometimes can leave space and all that. I think he's very disciplined as well, Tchouameni as well. So him doing that kind of Henderson right CM spot, if need be, I think he would lap it up. And not only that, we can do the rotation thing where it's like Tchouameni can drop to the 6. Then you can even play a Naby and a Thiago. I don't even feel like we would miss that much, because Tchouameni's so good at covering ground. I think his athleticism as well would allow Naby and Thiago to thrive. That's if Naby's even still here, by the way, as well. So
I think the person who plays that other position needs to be more of a goal threat, rabbit fingers, which is why I think Carvalho would be better to play in that position.
Well,
do you know what?
Sorry to cut you guys on the Carvalho thing. I was going to save it for later, but now you brought it up because we don't have to spend loads of time on it. It's been pretty much confirmed he's going to come in and play across the front of our attack. He's not playing in midfield.
But that doesn't make any sense, man. He doesn't play there.
But I haven't heard that, bro. I've just heard that he's a key. They want him as a key part for this season. The only reason why I think
he's a ball carrier. Why would he play in the front 3?
Here's the thing. No.
He's going to develop and be Diaz's understudy for the first season, in my opinion.
That
doesn't make any sense. That is literally
false 9, you know.
But false 9 makes more sense than out wide, Matt, to be honest, because out wide it's going to be like Coutinho. It's not that he can't do it, but there's no point in it.
No, but I think he's more. Here's the thing. So I get what you're saying. He would be more. Yeah, he's a bit more dynamic. I know what you mean.
Than who? Coutinho?
Yeah.
Not peak Coutinho. He's not more dynamic than the Coutinho we had that went after.
He's not as good as what Coutinho was at that age, but he's more dynamic.
I don't think so, Cal. Not 24-year-old Coutinho. No, I don't think so.
Do you know what? It's flip of a coin. I say flip of a coin.
I'd probably say he's about the same kind of speed as Coutinho. Peak Coutinho weren't no slouch.
No, bro, he's quick, bro. He's not.
Peak Coutinho was quick, though.
Do you know what? When you say quick, what it is, there's a difference though. He's not all right. He's not Salah quick, and he's clearly not Diaz quick. But I would say like he's trying to think of someone in our squad who's ready.
Do you not remember 23 or Coutinho? He was quick.
I'd say
he might be.
Who? Sorry,
I'd say he's quicker than Jota.
I say they're about the same.
Jota's not really quick. He just got good acceleration. Over a long period of time, Jota slows down.
I say about the same. They're about the same, if not ever so slightly, a little bit faster than Jota. Ever so slightly. Because I think he got better top speed than Jota.
Yeah, that's like Jota starts quick and slows down.
Yeah. But I get what Drift means though. Because he's not like, okay, let's use the term rapid. Because he's not rapid, he would be slightly more Coutinho-esque in terms of like, because he makes them runs into the box here, and it's the diagonal runs we'll be expecting of him. And I think he's got more of a footballing, I don't really disrespect Jota, but his link-up play, I think, will be better than Jota's. So you might have a point in terms of, maybe you could use him off the left just to start off with. However, I'm thinking to myself, if he plays off the left and the reports are saying he's going to be key, it slightly contradicts because I see Diaz being key left wing, like unleashing Diaz and making sure Diaz can do 90 minutes without being tired, and he will get the preseason that he needs. So even though they may be able to rotate, that makes me kind of wonder, A, could we possibly go to a 4-2-3-1 and he plays 10? But I think it's highly unlikely. 2, he could play the false 9, or B, or C, he's the most advanced in the midfield 3, kind of like a hybrid 8-10, and he becomes like our De Bruyne, so to speak, when I say that.
Yeah, I genuinely, I've been saying it for a while now, and I know I got rinsed for it. I genuinely see him being Diaz's understudy for this season coming, and then I think Klopp will assess whether he can go back into midfield or play him in midfield. I don't see us switching to a 4-2-3-1 on a regular basis. We might use it in some games.
Yeah.
I still see 4-3-3 being our main system. And if
But
it's
if
played
he,
our
So
main
do I.
system,
And I think he'll be the advanced 8, guys. I do. I
nah,
think we'll play him in the advanced 8 role.
I don't
Especially
think
with
so.
he
Thiago
could.
playing, who sits in a lot. So you've got two people who are being more defensive minded. And then he can do what Ox did in 17, 18, where he's the one who gets the ball and drives with it in midfield, takes people on, runs, is direct.
I think that's going to be Elliot if that's going to be the case.
Elliot's not capable, Cal, of that. That's not his game, to just drive with the ball. He's not that type of player. He's more silky, skill,
Elliot likes to
creating.
pop off
He's
them
not
like
get the
kind
ball
of.
and run
Do you know
with
what
it.
it is?
Do you
I've
know what I'm
noticed
saying?
Elliot is one of them, like, you know, them like hardcore, like them man that have to pop it off, like get the 1-2. He's that type of brother.
Yeah.
He's not really. Do you know what it is? Because he doesn't have the same type of athleticism as say like a Foden. Because I think Foden, you see, when you size a man up here, Foden, even though I think Harvey is near enough just as technical or around the same or whatever, he's very, very technical. He hasn't got that burst of acceleration where he can literally just like glide past you. He's not like that. He likes to pop off them 1-2s. That's why I kind of understand. Yeah, Harvey. It's going to be interesting to see what we do with Harvey Elliott this season as well, because he's another one. I think he's another one that we may be
Another loan,
on.
I reckon, you know, Matt.
Oh, I disagree.
He's
So
only 18 coming up 19,
I don't think
man.
he should be loaned, you know.
Sorry,
guys.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to Tchouameni though.
Yeah.
Tchouameni comes in. Drift, you just hit the nail on the head here. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans are not addressing this because Tchouameni is such a good player and he's a player every team would want in their squad. How many times have we said we want more goals, we want more assists from midfield? Tchouameni can shoot from long range. He can pop up with a header now and again. But Thiago's not a goal threat or an assist machine. He'll get the odd few for both. But that's fine because we know what he brings to the team. Flacco, same. He might get a couple of goals. He might get a couple of assists. But we also know beyond that what he brings to the team. Tchouameni would be the same. Where's our creator? Will we have a creator? Or is it horses for causes? Games like the Man City game where it's De Bruyne and Bernardo playing. Do you say, right, we're going with Tchouameni and Thiago. We're going to outfox and outmuscle them in midfield. And then maybe against, I don't know, let's say Nottingham Forest come up and we want to play slightly more expansive. Do we go, right, Tchouameni and Thiago in the middle, or Tchouameni and Flacco, or Thiago and Flacco, and then we have a number 10 in the mold of a Carvalho or an Elliot? Is it horses for courses now, or do you think there will be a mainstay in that midfield?
Well, this goes back to to another part of the voice notes. Again, Matt, apology for all the ranting I did with the voice notes in the group yesterday. I saw no one responded. I was just getting things off my chest. But the other thing that I ranted about, Cal, if you didn't hear it, was about there was a coincidental best ever goals from each team in the Premier League. And they showed Liverpool. And it was showing all the goals Liverpool scored in the Premier League. Beautiful goals. You know, when you're just like, I didn't need this today. But
Where was this? Sorry.
It was on Sky Sports at around maybe 8 or 9 in the evening.
When you said that voice note, I was like,
yeah, whatever time the voice note was, bruv, is when I was watching it.
Yeah.
So it was basically a half-an-hour show of all Liverpool. I'm guessing they do it with all teams, but it just so happened to be Liverpool.
Okay.
And it was all Liverpool's goals. I'm talking like Gerrard's goal against Middlesbrough, like Torres's goal against Blackburn, you know, just like goal after goal.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's a
like, bruv, it's a compilation and a half.
And that's not even all of them either. That's the mad thing.
Yeah, you can't fit them in half an hour. You'd need a whole day. But what was mad is I was watching it, and as I said to you in the voice note, 90% of these goals are from outside the box. And it really made me sit there and just think, that is our Achilles heel. We don't have players. And I think it's the way the modern game has kind of gone a little bit as well, which I think is wrong, because there's nothing wrong with shooting from distance. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest things in football, is to be able to score a goal from 20, 25 yards out. Like, why do you have to get into the box and be 10 yards away before you take a shot with this Man City cutback bullshit and all that crap? And I'm watching it, and I'm watching all of these goals that we're scoring. And I'm even watching Bobby score goals from outside the box. And I'm like, it's all changed. And I think Klopp needs to tweak that part. And you see Carvalho, Cal, he can create and shoot from outside the box, bro. He almost becomes that 2-in-1 like Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva are for City, who create and score goals. And Mahrez, to be fair, can score goals from outside the box. They've got quite a lot of players that can do that. And we need to get some players who can do that.
The Man City, I know you had a dig at Man City saying byline and cutback, but they're probably one of the only teams that actually shoot from outside the box. You just said a couple, Rodri,
Gundogan,
De Bruyne.
No, 9% of the goals are cutbacks, but yes, they do have players
when they need to. When they
need more drift,
they can. I think what it is
Cal, they won the league like that.
No, they didn't. Not this season, bro. Because the teams don't give them that space in behind anymore, bro. They just can't get that space in behind anymore.
They still do, bro. I mean, it might not be the basic byline cutback, but it's a variation of it, though.
17-18, that's what they did. Like, don't get 17-18, that was their thing. Sterling and Sane on the wings, and then Aguero in the middle, or Sterling on the end of Sane. Pause. But that was
with
it.
Haaland, they'll go straight back to it. What?
Potentially. That's what I was going to say.
But here's the thing, Haaland, Haaland creates even a good decoy because Haaland is going to occupy those defenders where I think he pushes back that defense and they're creating space. Remember, his runs alone, people are going to get shook. That will create even more space for Kevin De Bruyne as well, which is even more worrying. That's why I'm kind of glad that even if we don't get Tchouameni, and I want us to get him, it shows what we're trying to do. We're trying to get that box-to-box midfielder. Clearly, we are.
Hold that there, Matt. That's my next question, and I'll start with you, Matt, because I interrupted you. If he doesn't come, who do we get? Who do you want, Matt?
Originally, for realism, I wanted Gravenberch because I think Gravenberch, for me, he reminds me of Wijnaldum. The thing is, though, I don't know. This is going to sound a bit weird, but Gravenberch isn't much of a goal scorer. I think Tchouameni, especially this season, has shown he's a bit more of a goal scorer. Gravenberch is that pace and power, but he's more neat and tidy, like Wijnaldum, like keep things kind of safe. He can take his man on, but I don't really see him do that. So here's the thing. Tchouameni, for the last how many games I've seen him play, has kind of stepped up a bit from an attacking point of view. So you're thinking, yeah, I can see why Klopp wants to get him because he's got the basis of a 6, but he knows he can mold him into a pure 8 where he can just do everything. That's why I think Tchouameni can do it. Now, if he can't get Tchouameni, I'm going to be real, there's not many players. As I said, Gravenberch. Jude Bellingham, I think, is good, but I don't know how good Jude Bellingham is in terms of like as a complete midfielder. I'm still wondering whether he's still got a little bit of learning to do. I know
not
some
like
people.
Not like Lee. I see it in the comments.
I saw a couple of people say what's his name? Tielemans, yeah. Tielemans, he's perfect for shooting from outside the box, yeah. And Tielemans is quality technically. But I don't think Tielemans has got the stamina to do it, fam. Pause. I just don't think he does. I think
man a long distance tuller.
Do you know what it is with Tielemans, Matt? I just don't think Tielemans isn't quick enough across the grass.
He's not mobile, fam. He ain't mobile.
If you play number 8, you have to be more mobile than Tielemans.
It can't be a thing of like.
If they can please me,
you have to go.
We know CP. Cause them all.
By the way, Matt, just before I forget, bro, yeah.
Man along distance to
Tchouameni's only got 5 goals and 3 assists in the league, though, bro. Just to let you know.
No. But the thing is,
that's not really that good if you actually think about it statistically.
No. But here's the thing: it's the same. But here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna make you lot laugh.
I love it, but man said, man, I love Here's the thing. All right, you're right. He's only got 5 goals, yeah. However, like I said, though, you can see that there's room for improvement to get the goals. Here's the joke. If he gets 5 goals in our midfield, he probably becomes one of our top goal scorers from do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with the opportunity,
I want a double figures midfielder, though. I can't lie.
Here's the thing. If he gets the same opportunities for Liverpool, obviously we're going to dominate the game more. He might get more opportunities. So I reckon we could expect 8 to 9 goals. This is what I'm going to say.
I'd hope so.
The thing is, I'm dancing around Kyle's question because I'm genuinely thinking, other than Gravenberch, and I don't want Tielemans,
Basuma?
Jude is out. Here's the thing with Basuma.
Drift, that must have been your answer, right?
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, what if it's not Tchouameni?
I like Basuma, but
Yeah. I think Basuma's stock went up without him even playing. If you look at the difference between Brighton when he's there and when he's not there, it's actually night and day. Like it's literally night and day.
Let me give you an unrealistic one because you're like,
and he can shoot.
Let me try and think.
I'm gonna give you.
No,
two
I really
more
like
names.
Barella. I like Barella.
Big, but I ain't.
I like Barella for me now, but it's never gonna happen.
I don't think Barella will leave Italy.
If we're thinking pure realism, yeah, we're gonna have to really think outside
Tonali?
the box.
No, AC just won it.
No, they just won the league. They ain't letting him go, fam. This is what I'm saying.
I'm just throwing names out, innit?
I've got a name. But here's the thing: he's no threat attacking wise. He's just so neat and tidy. He's De Jong. Someone just put the name there, De Jong. I'm gonna be so honest. De Jong for Liverpool makes sense if you're gonna get another midfielder on as well as him. He would be the Wijnaldum replacement, like down to a T. When I say keep games ticking over and whatnot, he's the guy. However, if we're talking about we want someone to be dynamic, that's not him. That's not him.
I'm gonna throw three more names.
Throw some names at me.
I've got a name for you, look.
I go on, Drift. Before I do mine, you drop one.
Maddie.
No, I know he's your guy. Drift. Nah, for me,
not for what we need though. Do you know what?
Do you know he's got double figures goals and assists?
You know,
he's one of the only like pure number 10 type midfielders left in football.
You see with Maddison though, is he strictly a 10?
Yeah, that's in a dead team, bro. Yeah. If he's in a team playing well every week, bro, Maddie, man, I'm telling you, man.
I'm gonna throw a couple more names.
Do you see his performance on the last day as well? Do you see how he was balling out on the last day?
Yeah, but someone said Gavi. I've been championing, but I know it's not realistic. He's on the verge of signing new deal. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, Gavi's not really.
He's signing that new deal.
I know.
Yeah, Lucas Paqueta from Lyon.
Newcastle are heavily linked with him.
Paqueta, I like Paqueta.
Here we go. They're bringing France to England, and
he's got a serious left foot. I can't lie. He got a serious left foot.
All right, another two names. Sangara from PSV, who have been linked heavy with
today. Yeah, Sangara. I haven't watched a lot of him.
I don't know.
Heard the name, but I haven't watched him.
Here's another name. Fabio Vieira, who's been heavily linked
from Porto.
From Porto, 12 million apparently release clause. Boys, the
boys. Diaz was on the blower to him. Apparently,
I can't talk about him. I ain't seen a lot of him, so I can't.
They were FaceTiming at the Porto celebration, didn't it? Apparently,
okay.
Fabio Vieira is very good, and he's a set piece taker as well.
I would still take Maddison over all of those.
That's fair enough.
I understand.
Maddison, when he's balling out at his best, is phenomenal. I just don't see it enough. The inconsistencies worry me.
I think it's the inconsistencies of the team, though. I think if he was in a proper team, Maddison will ball out.
No, there's an argument there. There is an argument there.
He's got that creativeness that I think that we would. And the goals, like he's the one who will take a pop from 20 yards. He's not afraid, but he'll have that shot. He can take set pieces. Like, yeah, it would cost a lot, Lloyd. You're right. The English tax would be a mother. Like,
Did he sign a new deal? Did he sign a new deal, Madison?
Last year, I think he did.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That English tax will be hefty, bro. We're talking like
Fekir. You might still taking Fekir? Nabil? No?
I think the ship sailed, unfortunately.
I know.
How old is Fekir now?
Must be about 30 now.
29, 30?
He had one hell of a beard as well, man.
Bro, he just saucy, man.
You know what Liverpool like, though? You know how we just got like...
Cal's got... Nah, let go.
Nah, Ondra, Verts is injured, fam. He done his ACL. He's injured, unfortunately. Verts.
Vitinha's another name as well. Vitinha's another name. A lot of people say he's very similar to Thiago in the way he plays.
Florian Verts is sick. Listen, I've been championing him as well, but he got a bad ACL injury. He done. Yeah. Well, I say done, but you know what I mean? He's out.
Any update on Neto? What actually happened to him?
Nah, secretly, I tried to, to look on Twitter today, but I found nothing. Found
I don't
absolutely
know.
nothing.
You want Gerrard, innit, Cal?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
now
take-
they've stayed up. They'll probably put all of their like trust in him and turn him into a G, innit? But
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got that Scouse blood running through him, though. So,
yeah,
we need
yeah.
that.
But so does Connor Cody, the puss.
No, I'm all right with Connor, man. Connor's calm.
Nah, man. I saw him pick man up and push him back on the field to make sure the game couldn't continue.
I know. Connor
I
knew
saw him high-fiving blocks on the line. Nah, Connor Cody never got the assignment, man.
I'm not
Connor
gonna
Cody wants
lie.
to come back
Connor
to
Cody
Liverpool,
gave
so-
it. Connor Cody gave it his all, like it was a
Do
a
you know what Connor
Champions League
Cody was?
final.
He was the guy who leaves the girl and is like, he's like, nah, I love you, so I want the best for you. You know that dumb thing that they say, if you love something, let it go. But yesterday was the proof that he didn't mean it when he said it. You know them ones? Because now he's laughing at her after her failed marriage. Laughing at her. I thought he wanted her to be happy. Yeah, true colours are coming out now,
That's
innit?
Connor Cody, you know.
Nah, he didn't get the assignment. Bun Cody, bro.
I understand your frustration.
He went above and beyond yesterday. Above and
did-
beyond.
yeah,
I don't
he
mind.
was-
I don't mind you doing a Stevie G and you just working hard and being professional. But when you're pulling a man back on the pitch, so the game can't continue without man in that, like them dark art tactics there, you're going above and beyond,
The
bro.
thing is,
You're the ticket man who gets off the train just to find one brother, even though he ain't checked half the train.
the thing is, if I'm not mistaken,
Fuck Cody, man.
he's the captain in at Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, you had to say an example.
I don't
Yeah,
care, bruv.
The thing is, I kept
don't
on saying
care.
throughout the game, does Cody understand his assignment? Because brother was
He doesn't.
moving, like he was moving like he was being scouted like by Real Madrid, bro.
That's
He
what I'm
was
saying,
doing
bro.
everything, high fiving and
Doing
commanding.
Man
back line
United
and
put
everything.
moles all over the Premier League and they all knew their assignment, Matt.
So, I don't
Every
know.
single one of them knew their assignment at all times. The only one who didn't know his assignment was Hughes. But he never liked Man United after he left anyway.
never liked him.
He's the only one who did it, who was like, you know what? I don't like
Mm.
you in it. Bun you, lot, whatever. Everyone else knew their assignment, bro. Cody, he's a snake, bro. He's a snake.
I'm not gonna lie, I still got love for Cody, man.
Nah, bun that.
I ain't gonna love for him. No.
Matt, I am my son.
No. After yesterday, man.
Yeah, he ain't. He
He
ain't.
my son. I hear it. I hear what you guys are saying. I hear it. Any more players you guys thinking of?
Not in that position, no.
No, it's kind of. Here's the thing. Like that's what I was about to say. With us, this is if there's one thing I can take positive from the situation, yeah. If we don't get Tchouameni,
Wolf's
you know,
milk.
What's that?
That's the most random thing I've ever heard of.
Someone said Cody can suck on wolf's milk.
man said
But I
wolf's
don't even know.
milk, you
That's
know,
the
what
most
the-
random thing I've ever heard in my
mad
life.
random, you know.
Wolf's
if-
milk, you know.
That is mad.
If
That is
that is
mad.
kind of mad still. I can't even lie. I don't even know where man. Yeah, I don't even know why it's off with free. But anyway, what's I gonna say? Yeah. So even if we don't get Tchouameni, yeah, just know that one thing I do like about what we do as a club is that we've always got alternatives. You know, we got the hard drive thing in
Yeah.
it. So man's just got
Yeah.
bare backups there. Like it's not a problem for us. We probably got about 5 man on a short list. We always do. And if that one falls through, we go to the next one. And the thing is, even though we do have a priority, them man kind of know they can still make it run with the first 3, I reckon. So, because let's be
Yeah.
real, remember all of our targets or all of the players that we've got, they weren't always first choice. It just so happened that they, you know what I mean? They were just amazing. So
Very true. Well,
The hard drive
people,
is
if you haven't
there.
already, please do smash the like button. We're about to move on to a topic which I hope we don't spend long on because I hope there's not much to talk about, but we got to talk
Cal.
about it.
Ericsson on a free.
Tottenham. That's Tottenham all over.
I think, yeah, they'll get if they
If
if
he's
I
he's
gonna
think
gonna,
if we get involved, you never know.
He's gone back there, man.
I think he's gone man there, unfortunately. Good
Here we
player.
go. Next topic's going to be interesting.
Jeez.
For me, it's a no. Don't even think about it. Get his contract done and then end it.
Boy.
But I've got to ask you guys the question. The rumor is around 50 million for Sadio Mane.
Do you want my answer then?
You don't even know what the question is, bro. I said no. You know when you used to go, you used to go to your parents' room, like, Mum, can I ask you a question? Your answer is no. Like, you don't even know what the question is.
Before you ask your question, Bayern Munich?
Yeah, go on them from my yard. So stop calling me no brother. Stop calling me no pussy. Kiss me. Stop out my tongue. Stop out my tongue. Stop out my tongue. Kiss me for me lip. Then go suck your mother, man. Come them big in your mama. Go suck your mama. Me ready for run down your blood clot and gunshot you in this.
That last one is so violent. Yeah.
50 mil though, guys. Matt, I'll come to you first while Drifty gets his emotions in check.
Ready for
How do you replace Mane if we get 50 million through?
You can't replace him if you get 150 million through.
I'm actually crying. Man said, ready for Gonda your mama.
Big in your mom. Somebody name me a player like Mane.
No, we're not doing this, Drift. We're not doing that because we all collectively here.
Do you know what? Do you know, Drift? This is what me and Drift think about. This is how we feel about Sadio.
We cannot replace him. We cannot.
It's that simple.
That face makes me
simple.
Sick, you know?
It's that simple.
He's the. Do you know what it is? He's the.
Yeah, he makes me sick as well now.
He's the worst villain. He's Lex.
Did you see how he reacted to when they asked him about the Villa keeper getting hit and Gerrard said,
"Yeah, bro." He said, "I'm sorry, I can't talk about it." What would you? He said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Did you man ever used to watch Smallville?
Lex Luthor, I've been telling you.
No, I know. But do you remember in Smallville? It must have been towards the end of Smallville. Yeah, I never forget. There was a part where Lex Luthor was actually dating. Not Lois. It was Lana at the time. I think Clark was with Lana.
Spoiler alert.
One of them. Smallville was like Smallville was back when the ratio was 4-3, but it wasn't even 16:9. It wasn't even widescreen. Wasn't even in HD, blood. But yeah,
you know, Gerrard's gonna get himself in trouble one day, you know, because he's just so passionate. Because the way he got so angry about his goalie being attacked when the racial thing happened when he was the Rangers man. One day he's just gonna go over. He's gonna overspill of his anger, and somebody's gonna get it. You know,
he's a young Klopp, innit? He's got to put his emotions.
Someone's gonna get it. Like he was vexed when they asked him about his goalkeeper. Yeah. Like he was vexed, bro.
100.
Like, yeah, at some point, someone's gonna get that DJ treatment.
So here's the question, boys.
Man said it's sort of I never forget that. Sky Sports News. Gerrard wanting for assault and afraid. It's mad.
The DJ said he hit him with lightning accuracy.
I just see Gerrard walking off with his boys. That's all I saw, bro.
Man's getting fucked up.
I said before, it was bad lighting, no HD cameras. We move. Standard death.
If we let's say I'm gonna.
The man said play Drake.
if Mon comes out and he says, "I want a new challenge. I need to go. I want to go buy me. I want a new challenge. I've achieved everything I wanted to achieve at Liverpool. I love you guys, but I want a new challenge." Like what Thiago did to Bayern Munich. Who do we go out and get?
But I don't know if we can have that conversation.
At that point, I couldn't really give a shit, bro. All I know is I'm taking a sabbatical.
All right. Worst case scenario, Mane does say he wants to leave. I hope never actually happens. And again, I don't even want to go there because I don't even want to put it like, you know, them ones there where it's,
not after yesterday.
Do you know what it is?
I can't have this conversation. I can't have this conversation right now.
It's so early to have this conversation, but I understand the conversation has to be had because we're talking about news is starting to gather pace now, innit?
All right, this was my next question. If you don't want to answer that, then Musa, this was what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Do we get a striker or a winger with that money potentially?
You need to go do both. You need to go and do both. It's just that simple, Cal. You need to go and get. But I want Nkuku and Nunes. You need to go and do both.
I think we would have to see what happens with Firmino to answer that question. Reason being, if Firmino stays, then the smart money would be Jota and Firmino would be the two strikers next season, or the two senior strikers, right? But Klopp might change something there. If that's the case, you go and get a wide man. If Firmino was to leave and we were on like a budget, like how we normally are, and it's like one in, kind of one out, or one out, one in, then maybe you might have to go for the striker and do what you said, use Carvalho. But again, I don't want to do this, but it mean like you'd probably more likely then have to use Carvalho as the backup left winger for Diaz. You get the striker to fight with Jota. Firmino's obviously gone, and on the right side you got Salah, and then his backup might be, I don't know, Harvey Elliott or something, just for argument's sake.
Oh.
But again, I don't want to go down that route. But you know what we do? We never what we need to understand and be prepared for.
Son just signed a new contract, guys.
We're not getting Son. Here's the thing: we sold Dejan Lovren and bought in Tsimikas. We have to understand the same thing could happen again. If you lose a player in that position, doesn't mean to say you're going to buy the player in the same position. Exactly the same. We have to be kind of prepared for that. And like what Klopp says, we have to look for solutions. And that's the reality of it. At times, we have to look for solutions. We had to wait a year to bring in Ibu.
No one's saying Usman
Dembele. Nah, he's not. He's gonna. I think he might be going. He's either staying at Barca or PSG. That's what I think.
There's talk he might go Real Madrid.
There's talk Chelsea as well.
Nah, I reckon PSG
you can't lose a player who's so reliable and bring in Dembele who's going to be unreliable. You just can't do that, Cal.
What if I said it was Dembele and Nunes?
Usman Dembele.
Yeah,
Usman, yeah. Well, who did you think we're talking about?
I don't know. I'm just making sure.
Leon Dembele?
I was just making sure, man.
The Lukaku knockoff. No, but not him. No, do you know what, Cal? I'm going to be honest with you. I can't really speak about this unemotionally, so I won't, because emotional decisions are never the right ones.
All right. I'll be honest.
I'm not going to. There's absolutely no way I can see Mane leaving this summer without kicking off. So.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm no player. We can't replace him. Matt already said it. We cannot replace him. There's nobody in world football like Mane. There's no one as adaptable as Mane. There's no one who's as flexible as Mane. No.
The only person.
No.
The only person. Yeah, but I've been championing him for a while.
And Cuckoo should be coming in as part of it.
Bro, I hear you. No. I'm just talking like I'm talking like, we got the worst news or whatever. So I'm just doing it as a thing where, okay, it's happened and we have to deal with the situation. If we had to deal with the situation, me personally, I would want Nkuku. Reason being is because I know he can play across the front three. And I know that playing for us as well, I think he would excel. Do you know what I mean? He might not get the same amount of goals because obviously Bundesliga tax and whatever, but he will be a massive goal threat. And I've been saying it for a while. His versatility is mad. He's the one person I think, do you know what? If we're going to get someone that can kind of fit Mane's profile, then you got to go for someone like him, in my opinion, anyway.
I agree that Nkuku's the only like-for-like kind of resemblance in world football where he's got that adaptability, flexibility, and all that kind of stuff. I agree with that. I don't think he's anywhere near as good yet, which is why it would still be a downgrade. But look,
you know what I want to ask though?
It just better not be even a fucking conversation.
If he wants to leave, what can you do?
If he wants to go, it is different. Yeah. But for me personally, the only way I think anyone in our current squad would want to leave would be from feeling underappreciated. Me personally, that's the only way I look on it. I don't even think Origi would have left if he felt more appreciated, if I'm being honest with you.
Can't say that, Drew. You might just want a new challenge, bro.
Yeah, but people only want a new challenge when they don't like where they are.
The big up to Daps in the comments. We'll revisit this on Thursday, Daps.
Indeed.
But we'll revisit this on Thursday.
Indeed. Just quickly. Sorry, Carl, just quickly, yeah.
Go on, man.
I was speaking about Nkuku maybe for probably 2 years now. Are you won over by Nkuku, or are you still not won over? Because I remember when I ever mentioned him, you're like, he's not for not for me, kind of thing.
I rate him. I do rate him. I just I don't know if he works for us.
Let me ask you a question.
I get everyone will say he's versatile, so automatically he's a Klopp type player. I don't think he works for us. Like, I don't.
You know what I like? You know what I like about Nkuku?
Yeah,
I like the fact that when he's got the ball at his feet, he's got that kind of aura that, oh shit, what's he gonna do? And it's not very often that there's players in the world do have that aura. And I'm not even saying he's hella skillful, but he just has this kind of, because I've been on Nkuku watch because Matt was really driving it home that Nkuku. So I've been on Nkuku watch, and yeah, he has a bit of a presence about him, like what Haaland and Mbappe and players have, where I'm not saying he's as good as them, but there's just something about when they get the ball where you go, oh, and you sit up a bit and you wait because you're expecting something. He does have that kind of aura to him. He does. There's just something about when he gets the ball where you go, oh, something might happen here, and you sit up and that's quite a rare thing in football. That's a unique thing when you have that thing about you. For that reason, I do think he probably will fulfill the potential he looks like he has, and I think he will go on to be a top baller still.
Indeed, and the reason I said that as well, Carl, because I remember you saying, I understand the Bundesliga attack because it doesn't always translate well over to the Premier League. You have to understand that, and I fully get it, because you could look at Werner. We don't know what Haaland's gonna do yet. There's been other players that haven't necessarily hit the ground running as well. But I can't ignore, bro.
Hold on, is it the real one?
That is Grizz. Let me know if that's the real you. Drop me a WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because I remember last time I messaged him and he was like, "That's not me, brother."
That says shoe. The emoji says shoe money.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know if that's Grizz. If that's the real you, bro, message one of us, innit? If that's the real you, bro, if you're watching. What I was gonna say about Nkuku, I can't ignore the stats, and when it comes to statistics, yeah. We look at it objectively. Bro, I'm just going to be honest. 35 goals and 20 assists.
It's fantastic.
Bro, this
50
man
plus
has
goal
everything.
Contributions still.
I can't even lie, bro. That's crazy.
And we need a dread back in the team.
Why can I echo? 1 2 1 2. Can you not hear echoing?
No.
When you were talking for a little while, I could.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah,
but yeah, 35 goals and 20 assists, bro. Cal, I don't even know what much more he can do. He's got 20 goals in Bundesliga and 15 assists.
The stats are crazy,
bruv. And not only that, we talk about Bundesliga attack, bruv. He's got 7. He had 7 goals in the Champions League, bruv. 4 in the Europa. And 4
I was just going to say he bagged in Europe as well.
I remember when he scored a hat trick against Man City. Sorry, I keep bringing that down. Bro,
all right, let me ask you a question.
He's a problem.
Let's be honest. He ain't gonna be cheap. How much do you actually think we could get him for?
Because I think it'd have to be about, if I'm being realistic, about 60 million.
Euros or pounds?
Pounds.
Probably pounds, but knowing Liverpool, we would probably do the whole 48 mil and add-ons and clauses to get to that 60. We like to do them type of deals there.
Yeah.
But
that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie,
and it's a lot of money. But here's the thing: remember, we're basing this on if Sadio Mane. Here's the thing: I know Sadio Mane's got a year left, and you can't. If he was to leave, you can't get a lot of money. I would like to think though that Liverpool would think, do you know what? We might have to put a little bit more on top of what we get for him, because we know to replace that type of player, you're not going to find cheap on the market. You're just not going to. If you want instant impact, I heard Drift when I was behind the scenes, waiting and to jump in. I heard you say something about you need players that are ready now. You talked about Diaz. And you talked about Konate. You need players that are ready made to this, join the team.
That Klopp can trust. Yeah.
Can trust. I feel like Nkuku would be a player that he could trust immediately.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Nkuku understands the assignment. Whether he's playing a false 9, a left winger, a right winger, a 10, he would understand it. In fact, he will become Klopp's Swiss Army knife, dare I say. I genuinely feel like, when Klopp, I don't even want to bring this up to Drift because Drift's going to get emotional, but I remember when Klopp's first game for Liverpool was playing Spurs away, and they asked him about Divock Origi, and he just went, ha 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 ha, Divock Origi, we're gonna have fun with this player. Admittedly, it might not work out, but the man left a legend. In Nkuku, I feel like, I'm not trying to say he'll be a legend or anything, but I just think this is the type of player that Klopp would go, yeah, we'll have fun with this player. We're gonna maximize everything that he has, and when he leaves, there'll be nothing left because he would have rinsed man for everything. You know,
I can't lie. If
so,
our front line, and again, this is because Mane's on the bench having a rest, not because he's left Liverpool. So if our front line was Diaz on the left and Nkuku down the middle and Salah on the right, that is smoky. I can't even lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
So here's, but this is my point now. This is where I jump.
Man said Ace Ventura. Was it no Mars? What is it? Smoking.
I don't see Nkuku being as effective as a striker for us. Hear me out.
False 9, Cal. False 9.
I think we've moved away from the false 9.
35 and 20.
Doesn't mean he'll replicate.
All you NBA fans, man's posting a double, bro. This is what?
I know, but it doesn't mean he'll replicate our system, brother. Again, not to tar him.
Let me guess. You want Bowen, innit?
No, but Werner came with mad numbers, brother, and he hasn't adapted.
Werner didn't have numbers like that though. And if I'm being honest, and I'm not trying to kind of downplay what I said about Werner. He's different from Werner because what it is, Werner was very much off the ball. I thought, if I'm being genuinely honest, and I'll hold my hands up, I thought Werner would be like a Owen-esque type player. Like this through ball, man's got so much pace. Put the ball in the back of the net. That Owen type player, like off the Matt, last guy. Yeah,
Matt, Cal gets the assignment. I get it. Cal gets the assignment. Cal gets the assignment. Game with this, Cal gets the assignment.
I got it.
Cal. No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right to believe what you're believing. And Nkuku wouldn't be good enough.
He wouldn't be good enough. You're right. 100%. No, he's right, fam.
You're right, Cal. You're right.
I just realized, he understands the assignment still.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but I let you guys have it still. Gonna read out some of these supers before we do the FPL standing. Motor Sir Ali, big up yourself, Motor Sir. If we got Diaz last summer instead of Jan, do you think we'd win the league? I don't know,
It's hard to say.
Big chance,
hard to say.
Big chance.
So here's the thing. There's two ways looking at it. One is that he comes in the summer, he hit the ground running, and some of those draws at the beginning of the season are wins. But the other way is in January, he gave us that massive, massive boost that, in my opinion, galvanized the squad to make a push for all 4 trophies, which I don't know would have happened if he had started at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So I see it both ways.
Because you could also say he would have played left wing. Mane would have gone central earlier. Mane would have got golden boot this season because he would have probably bagged like.
Would he have gone central earlier though, Drift? I feel like the Norwich game kind of forced it, and then we kind of were like, "Oh, this works."
No, I got a feeling Klopp kind of knew what he wanted to do because it was too far out for me. It didn't look spontaneous. It looked like there'd been a plan to do it. Do you know what I mean? It didn't look spontaneous to me. It looked like he knew what he was doing, but obviously none of us will ever really know. So yeah.
Oh my days.
Nah, fam, I'm not gonna lie. The man's right there. He understands the assignment.
Matt, do you know another thing? Do you know another thing I like about Nkuku, bro?
Good grief, bro.
He adds height, which is something I think we do lack in our attack massively.
I mean, Nkuku's kind of short, bro.
No, bro, he's not
6'1", isn't he?
No. Nkuku's about 5'9", I think.
No, he's not, man.
No,
he
he's
looks
not
like he's taller than me.
You know what it is? No, you know what it is? He's not. He's like, you see how actually no.
I need you to go and actually get that real stats. He looks taller
about
than
5'9", bro. I'm not even.
Nah, there's no way. 5'9" is shorter than Jota, bro.
About 5'9"?
Nah, he's no way. He's taller than them, man. He has
No,
to
he's
be.
not,
He's
bruv.
not. He's
1
definitely
meter
not
75,
6'1".
bruv. He's about 5'8".
Do you know what? He's even more of a star then, because when I
Bruv,
see him
he's good in
out
the air,
leaping,
innit?
man, and doing
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
like he
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's tall to me.
Let me
Is
find
he
out now.
only
QQ height.
5'9"? No, we can't have any more
1
shorties in here,
meter
man.
75. He's 1 meter
This
75.
is what I'm
We've
saying
got
about the
too
whole
many
striker thing.
shorties. We've got too many of them, man. What you like? There's
He's
too many
5'8", bruv.
shorties.
He's 5'8". He's
Rotted.
5'8".
He must have a hell of a leap on him, because he does not look short when I watch him play.
But bruv, he's like Mane though. Them man they got the leap though.
Yeah, but at least Mane looks short. Well, not short, but like he does. Like, and Cuckoo looks like a big guy.
Bruv, false 9 settings
I'm actually
or
really
left
shocked.
wing.
I'm
I'm
actually
telling you
really
now,
shocked
he
to
does a
hear
madness.
that.
But I know Cat understands the assignments. We won't talk about it. We won't talk about it.
Scant says, big up Kopish. I think City will have less control next season with Haaland in the team. One less in midfield be a difference next season? Yeah, maybe they will, but I think they might be more devastating as well in
More
some
Depends
games.
who they
innit?
buy.
Yeah,
innit?
they might not be more
Depends who they
potent.
buy.
Liam Kenny says, evening boys, it's my 26th tomorrow, so hopefully you guys will get me hopefully the lads will get me the biggest trophy in club football. See you at the parade. As always, Liam, you know, we're gonna have to drop the beat for you. Have a fantastic
Happy birthday, brother.
And appreciate you for rocking with us for all this time, man.
Trust.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I thought you were frozen.
Yeah, no. I think it's his drift.
Okay. I for you says having an attachment to players is good, but not too much. But too much is bad. If Silva Company, Aguero, Fernandinho are at Liverpool, they'd have gotten contract extensions. Klopp attachment to players is good, but too much. There is some logic in that as well. I actually agree with that. Do actually agree.
Yeah, maybe so. But I think maybe Klopp is starting to learn, though. Yeah, I think he's starting to learn. Like he's learning to let go of certain players, isn't it?
Razor said, "Did you man see the Cavani video? Legend. Have you not seen it?"
I saw him. What was it? Where he stuck the finger up in it?
Yeah,
anyone who's allowed to, who thinks they're allowed to give it and be horrible like that, if the player gives it back, no one can say anything.
Yeah, I don't know what was said. I just saw.
But they were hurling hella abuse at him, bro. You're so effing shit. Bro, get out of here.
I understand
F
that.
off, bro.
I understand emotions take over and you get upset, but you got to remember, like, it's a human being. Do you know what you got to look at it as? Yeah, I know they're in the public, yeah, but 100%. Do you want to know why, bro? Imagine if you're sitting down in your work. Say you're sitting down at work, yeah, and out of nowhere, someone doesn't like what you're doing. Say they work somewhere else, whatever, and they just come into your office and just start swearing at you and just like being hella offensive. You're not gonna like that, are you? So why do it to someone else? You got to think of it like, if that was to happen to you, like someone's hurling abuse at you, regardless, like who you are. Man is still a human being, you know. It don't matter how much you get paid. You're still a human being.
I see. We've got some Man City fans in the building as well. You need to talk to your fans who you won the game and you still started assaulting players from Aston Villa, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The goalkeeper got hit 3 times trying to get off the pitch. It wasn't even just one person.
They tried to paps man up, bro.
3 times he got hit, you know. That's mad, bro.
Mr. DKO says 18-19, we played Wolves final day, lost the league by 1 point and won the Champions League. The top 6 was the same 1 point, same Wolves, same Champions League final, same top 6. We all know what happened the following season. Hey.
I was thinking that myself, but I don't want to put it out in the open in case it stops it happening.
Jeannie says, I remember the Kopish crew had no faith in Matt that he could go vegan for a few months in order to win the quad.
He's been eating chicken wings this whole time, Jeannie.
What? I understand what me being vegan got to do with winning. I'm really confused on that.
No. Remember we said we didn't have faith that you'd survive.
Oh,
I still stand
That
by
was
that.
your forfeit, remember? And
what
then
if we
it
won the?
was like,
But I never even
we don't think
understood
you
that.
should
Why
do it.
I would have to turn vegan. That's people missing.
I stand by. I stand by my
That's kind of
decision.
crazy. Man
That
said
would have struggled being a vegan.
that is mad, bro.
You got a better chance of getting blood out of a stone.
Man said what for a month?
Nah.
Eat no red meat and no meat.
No any meat at all.
Meat vegan, they said, man. Man just tried to switch.
That means you can't even eat things that come from an animal, bro.
But man said pescatarian, and you mad? Yeah, man.
Man said, "Oh, what? No red meat? Nah, no meat, bro.
Just give me
No
fish.
meat.
Just give me
No,
fish.
no,
you know,
no
plant
egg,
based.
no
I hear you. I hear
cheese,
you. I hear
no
you. Man was
nothing, bro.
But man is sleeping like
No
like you can't go
Haribos, no
M&S
nothing,
and get the
yeah, basically,
the stuff.
you have to go plant based, bro. That's what you be doing,
Well,
bro.
here's the thing. Actually, let me not do that because I don't want to. It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. It's not. Whoa.
We know you ain't doing it.
But it's not. Have we? I won't say nothing. I won't say nothing.
I said next time Liverpool fans say I feel sorry for them, I beg you don't. Chelsea, United, Arsenal, West Ham have all joined forces like they were Thanos yesterday. West Ham? Are you sure West Ham were involved as well?
I wouldn't be surprised if they were salty. They didn't get their objective done this season.
Fair enough. El Lad says Carvalho is flexible, a bit like Foden at City.
Pause.
By the way, I just got the confirmation it was the real Grizz in the building.
Aye, big up Grizz.
Big up Grizz.
Big up, man.
And he just sent me another thing afterwards, but I won't say.
Inspirational Friday night call-in says, one, not gonna lie, I don't know where to go from here. How do we get better than we are? Best ever Liverpool team, and it's not enough. Heartbreaking. Carvalho has been confirmed as a forward. It will be similar to Bernardo Silva.
Remember, Bernardo Silva floats around though. He's not literally stuck in one position.
But in the first season, Bernardo has predominantly played in the front line. I think it will be like that for Carvalho for maybe the first season or two. And as he gets more mature, then I think you'll start seeing him drift back.
Well, then he can't be the replacement, then surely, because it would make no sense long term if that was the case.
No, because long term we'll go and get someone else for Diaz, isn't it? But for now, I think you cover that.
It'll be interesting.
Dodie says, so fascinating how fine margins can change lives. Very true.
Yeah. All Tyrone Mings has to do in hindsight is know how to control the football. And Liverpool are champion.
Or Ollie Watkins score. Or
Ollie Watkins, I can't lie. I'm not even
speaking.
speaking.
Or think back to the Brighton first goal where it kind of looked like it was a cross, but it was a shot. That doesn't go in. Or look back at Salah missing a penalty against Leicester and then Mane missing a sitter. Like we can do this all day.
Let's not do that because you can just start unraveling everything, man. You start unraveling everything.
El Lad says another mid we should get is Fabio Vieira from Porto. Yeah, Matt Drift. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He's techie with it, man. He's techie with it. Troy M says Tchouameni moonwalks into our midfield. He's the pace and strength we need. Fabinho eats with Tchouameni in midfield with him. We'll have to change Fab's nickname from Flacco to Gordo. Gordo. John II says, guys, I'm not going to lie. I mentioned his name in January, and you know I'm a Leon scout, but we have missed out on Bruno Guimaraes, but there's Lucas Paqueta. You're right. You did, to be fair, on the stream.
John did say. I remember you said Bruno Guimaraes.
And Shirky.
Yeah, do you know what, Cal? He had a bad injury, though. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
Headline talk about players, bro. Look what happened to Neto yesterday, bro. I spoke about him before the game. During the game, he got cursed, bro. Like the curse is getting worse per day, so I've just stopped speaking about players now. Big Kez world. So it says, I think with 5 subs next year, Klopp will be able to pull off and shuffle the midfield plus 2 forwards in a game. New records might be about to fall. Be interesting. Ash says 12 goals and 11 assists in just the Prem. Went under the radar massively this season. It's weird because he's English player who doesn't get the hype.
Because everyone got caught up in Grealish.
I think it's purple patch stuff though. It's like
he hasn't been this year, you know, Kai. He's been good for the majority of the year, bro. Yes. It was he's had a good season, man. It's the Grealish hype. The Grealish hype squashed Maddison.
I think Mount's been better than most this season as well, and I think he's gone under the radar.
Mount kind of gets his flowers. I think.
don't think he fully gets them, you know. Sean says, "Don't be surprised if we get Ismail Assar this summer, guys." I hope not.
That boat is fully sailed, Sean. Like
hope
I'm not even on that boat anymore. I did it a long time ago,
Yeah.
bro.
Doogie says, "Someone got to make a compilation of all these analogies." We're still waiting on Drift to put the book together. We could be sitting on millions right now. Math says, at Matt, NBA analogy, Steph Curry gets the team 2 times.
Gets double teamed. Oh, gets double teamed because he's a great shooter, leaving a player open for the easy layup. Our midfield put our forward under pressure.
By not
I know what he means. Basically, the midfielders don't take any pressure off the forward players.
Yeah. I understand that. I get you. That's so true. Because with KDB, you're right. He garners all that attention because, and that's it. That if we're gonna do the whole shooting thing, everyone's right about KDB. Draws a lot of attention and it leave other people open as well. That's another one as well.
Even the dead ones like Sterling.
Ash says, if there was any legitimacy to Mane wanting a new challenge and goes to Bayern, one name each realistically pick from you. Love Felix to come in and play false 9. Matt, you've gone over Nkuku. Who are you saying, Drift?
I'd go Nkuku, even though I still don't want to entertain this conversation.
Drift's on board now. You on board? You on board, Cal?
Not that I'm not on board with the plan. I'm just thinking about what we need as a team, innit? Like, if Mane goes, I think we need an out-and-out striker. Like,
all right. Give me a name, Cal.
Lewandowski.
Realistic name, Cal.
I think Lewandowski is realistic. I just don't think it'll be a good idea.
Wages. I just think wages would stop that.
Plus, I think it's official that Klopp has never signed a player that he used to have at a different club. So I don't know if he would ever even do that again.
Do you know what I've noticed? Cal's been kind of getting out of this question. Cal, who would be the replacement for Mane on the left-hand side, Cal? See how Cal's been trying to be quiet? No, bro. Left-hand side. Who would you pick? Who'd be your first choice then? At least for left side.
Diaz is my first choice.
No, but okay, no, but we're just the Mane replacement then, because you know Mane kind of plays left and center. Or just what player would you replace him with? What player would you go for then?
I don't know, bro.
It's bro, because do you know why that is? And it's because there's not many players that fit that kind of profile. Because Mane can do so much, and this is what I mean. Like, I'm not even sitting there saying Nkuku would definitively be the greatest one we could get. He just looks the most promising and the most likely in terms of how he plays. But I do feel like attackers wise, there's not a lot of attackers out there, bro, who fit the profile. That's why for me, he makes the most sense. You know what I mean?
Why John said Pookie.
I wonder if a Premier League club will take Pookie. I wonder.
Someone said Todd Cantwell, you know.
He's already gone Bournemouth, isn't it? Is it Bournemouth?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Says, worry about Real wanting Salah now. Mbappe's off the table.
No, let's not even do that, Scoop.
I am, yes. Like, I am. But hopefully we won't have to speak about that again because he signs a new contract and it's done for. Selection said, I actually think
thing I said about FSG.
42 mil is fair considering age and contract and Thiago situation. Apparently, the club paid less than 25 mil, according to Fabrizio. Go for Nkuku.
Is
that what 42 mil for Nkuku? Is that what it is meant to be? No,
that's for Mane. That's the price considered for Mane.
Because he's got a year left. Isn't it?
Yeah, but who cares?
Selection says, go for someone versatile. Danjuma plays left wing, but has been transformed into a striker this season. I don't want Darwin Núñez. Jota 2.0 in my opinion. I don't want Danjuma.
I don't want Danjuma near Liverpool. Not just, I just don't think he's
sleeping on Darwin as well. You know, I'm telling you, man, is sleeping on Darwin. His finishing is superb.
No, he's a good finisher, but
that's what we need, man. We need a gun, man.
No, Drip. All right, if you could get him at a good fee, but this is the thing, he's going to cost money to replace like an Origi, that makes more sense. But because I'm thinking about Mane, and Mane does cover the left as well as central, I'm looking at it from that perspective. So if you're just talking about
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
straight striker,
Darwin is an Origi replacement. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but even still, there's something about Darwin Nunes.
You lot
fam, I don't
sleeping
know.
on Nunes, man. I'm telling you,
Same
bro.
I'd
with me,
rather keep Origi, but I can't lie.
He's a gun, man.
I'd rather
Trust
keep
me.
Origi than get Darwin Nunes. I'm being
Yeah,
dead
Yeah, so
frank.
would I,
says-
but that's obviously not going to happen.
Chelsea, Man City, PSG win the lottery. Madrid owned by banks. United run by debt. Liverpool reply on scratch card when Klopp leaves FSG model exposed. We'll see. It's going to be another 4 or 5 years.
I do think Klopp is a massive piece of the puzzle that keeps FSG's philosophy ticking over. Yeah, because you look at Arsenal. Arsenal have a very similar model to Liverpool, but their manager's just shit.
But it's not cheap.
If you really think about it, they do have a very similar type of owner to ours, but their manager is just shit, and
Who's
their recruitment is shit. Arsenal, their owners are very similar to us. They've actually spent more money than we have. Do you know that? They go mad at the Cronkies, but the Cronkies have actually spent more money than FSG.
Yeah, but on what though?
No, but this is what I'm saying. So they've just got bad recruitment and a shit manager, but the actual people who own the club actually spend more money than FSG. So I think there's a massive truth into the fact that without Klopp, who knows if this would work.
We've got better recruitment though. We've got a whole system for recruitment.
Yeah, but if you give them to a shit manager, it still might not work. Bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They don't have recruitment drift.
No, I know they do have poor recruitment.
Like Pablo Mari and them, man.
No, but I actually think that's who Arteta wanted. So I still think he's back on the manager. It's just a shit manager. Because Arteta wanted those players.
Yeah, but that's the problem then, Drift. Them
man that's what I'm saying. So if we get a worse manager than Klopp, it might
let that happen, bro.
Who?
Michael Edwards wouldn't let that happen, bro. Like Michael's dragging Klopp into room and saying, "Big man, put your glasses back on. I don't care if you have laser eye surgery, bro. We ain't getting Pablo Mari." Like we've got a whole team, bro. It's not just one man.
Yeah, but I still think Klopp does hold this all together.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to think it's more of a team effort. I just think he's the head of the team. Jamrock says, and Kunku attracts 2 defenders as he'll beat the first man. I agree with
Leaving space for others.
Bro, I'm telling you. Anyway, yeah.
Jerry James Show says, Drift, we spoke about Mane. DFA Genie regret. Do you have any Genie regret? I'm guessing. Yeah, I do.
If that is, I've said that. We did talk about Mane, Jerry. Me and Jerry are on the same wavelength, 100%.
I genuinely believe if we had Genie this season, I think we'd have won the league.
Imagine if we didn't have him last season. Bloody hell.
Oh, geez. We wouldn't even have been in the Champions League this season.
Ooh, I don't know about winning the league, though. I'm not sure. He would
have offered more across the season than all of the so-called backup players did.
Shall I tell you what it is? It's not even that. You see games where we drew because we didn't have control in the midfield. That wouldn't have happened with Genie there.
But see, I disagree. A lot of the games we even drew, we had control. We just didn't bury our chances. I'll give you an example, bro. Most of the game, you said that we should have just won Leicester. Did we not control that game?
No, we did. But also,
most of the games we lost the lead, though, Matt.
No, but
we had the lead and we lost it.
But we only lost 2 games,
Brentford,
and we drew. Yeah, I don't mean we lost the lead.
West Ham. There's games where we shouldn't have lost the lead.
But I don't think midfield control. Here's the thing. It's long to go into now.
Definitely midfield.
We don't control. Okay, we don't control the game as much as Man City. However, I don't know whether Gini Wijnaldum would have changed that narrative in the games that. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I can't ever lie to you. It's hard to say.
Flacco, Gini, and Wijnaldum. Sorry, Flacco, Gini, and Thiago. They keep the ball 100%.
Math says yes, Cal. We don't want them. We want Chris Wood.
Wood.
Elliot said, you see the City parade, more people in school assembly. Yeah,
I've seen it on Twitter. It's actually mad. They did. They actually edited the photo.
Hold on, don't tell me they did a Spielberg where they added special effects to make it look like there's people.
Did. I swear they did. Do you want to see it?
No. They didn't embarrass themselves like that.
No,
they did not embarrass themselves like that.
Actually.
Oh my days.
They had to edit the photo to make it look like there was more people than what it was.
Nah,
I'm
that's
done,
fucking
fam.
embarrassing. I'm done.
I'm done.
It's not
That is
surprising, man.
embarrassing. CGI at the parade. I'm done. I'm done.
Jamrock says City hasn't been this all-conquering team we're making them out to be. First, stop playing down to the competitions at time, and that helps with the poor draws. That's true.
Man says CGI at the parade, you know.
Yeah, I'm done.
And the thing is, they got the money to do that. They can get the best
yeah,
directors
bro.
in the world.
They probably got Steven Spielberg actually directing it, bro.
The whole thing's probably green screen, bro. Let's not make any bones about it. It's probably green.
Imagine that they just done what you're doing gaming, where like you just get one man, yeah, and like you just edit like the outfit 1,000,000 times, but it's the same person.
The players are in the car park with a green screen in front of them.
Like when they do FIFA. It's the same 3 players that always celebrate.
Probably it's not even probably Pep there, bruv. Probably got a stunt double. Pep probably couldn't be asked. Agopa says real life meetup on Saturday, like 2019 watch along. We're trying to pull something together for Saturday, people.
Yeah, we are.
We are trying to pull something together.
We are.
Mr. Dare I Say It Drift says it's funny how teams who've never won anything or haven't won a trophy for 15 to 70 years think they can banter us. Like have self-awareness, West Ham and Spurs. Let them do their thing, man.
Yeah, let them. Self-awareness isn't common, that's for sure.
BC says if City get away with financial doping, every other team should just do it or do it, saying it's not saying it's right or agree, but if Everton get points reduction and City don't, Everton won't get a points reduction either.
The only difference is the other teams don't have like 84 lawyers we can just roll up with like the Avengers to get out of it.
Coutinho is Cal's number 10. Thanks for your
sorry, Cal.
I had an out-of-body
rolling with his foot soldiers.
I had an out-of-body experience yesterday. It still bun him though, innit? He didn't secure it, so we didn't win the league. That was the terms. If we win the league,
we have to have that conversation real quick, Cal. He did his part. He got the assignment.
He understood the assignment.
We have to actually take a little bit of a moment to step back and say, Stevie bringing off Buendia and Coutinho when it was working and they were able to keep control of the ball to a degree and then go defensive. It was such an amateur move. Move. And he's not the reason we didn't win the league, but he is the reason they lost the game yesterday. He is. Like, that was a very amateurish move. They had enough control in the game to keep City honest, and he took off both the people who can control the game and brought on defensive people and just sat back and let Man City attack them for 15 minutes. Shocking in-game management. I love Gerrard to bits, but that was shocking amateur management, 100%.
Dinesh says, evening, Cal, your predictions for City win the Champions League on the football terrace. What are you saying now? Oh, what? That's it. Oh no. Oh, they predicted City would win it on the terrace, and I said,
okay. Just quickly as well, yeah. Man City on their official Twitter. Why are they distorting the image?
Yeah, that's weak.
No, I'm sorry. That's fucking embarrassing.
Bob, I'm not gonna lie. This is official. Like official.
I bet if you zoom in, you can actually see the same person copied and pasted.
Bro, I'm telling you for now, something ain't right there.
Nah, I'm sorry. That's embarrassing, man. Why you'd have to fake that you've got fans? Just bro, you know what that is? That's like the brother at school who you knew couldn't get girls and always sat in the conversation and acted like he gets fair. You're just like, sometimes when I think about it now, we were enablers. We shouldn't have let him do it. But we just let him talk. Who's that guy? You just let him. Nah, man. What is going on?
Do you want to see the real picture of their parade? And this hasn't been doctored or anything, by the way. Like hand on heart.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Looks like an iPhone launch queue, bro.
There was more people in the queue with me for Call of Duty, bro.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Oh, man.
It's actually mad still.
Cutback Merchant says, Cal, do we really have better recruitment? Because we usually buy players who play better against us. He's the one recruiting, man. he got that Wenger juice. Nah, Klopp ain't like Wenger. He ain't like Wenger. I refuse to believe that. And we have a great recruitment.
For real.
Musa says Klopp always says he listens to his staff who are all specialists in their positions / roles. So it's kind of disingenuous to say it's all down to Klopp. No, I think that's what I've been saying. I say it's a team effort. I think he's just the one who heads it up. He doesn't have to take on board what they say. It's like, I just think he's the one that heads up, but it's a team effort. Neo 9777 says, we've come to a point twice. Surely we could have won one. Love this key team and Jurgen Klopp, but less introspect on why we fall short. Can't blame FSG. It's the draws, not turning the draws into win.
100% the draws.
Alex George says, feels good to have more than one Premier League title. Love you, man. Feels good to have a Champions League trophy as well, George.
It also feels good. It also feels good to know the league didn't start 30 years ago, bro.
You're gonna have to pre-record games now, bro. Europa starts at about 5 p.m. on a Thursday, bro. Like, man, ain't really home from work.
And as I said, considering we're talking about name changes, Arsenal actually don't have a Premier League. They have a Barclays Premier League. They don't actually have a Premier League. You know what I mean?
That tune, man.
Ash says City's financial doping shouldn't shock anyone. Some of the younger fans might not remember Pep did a 2-year ban for popping back in the day. No, he didn't. Hold on a sec. Talk, big man.
I didn't know that. This is news to me, bro.
That's your legend, fam. Remember, that's your player legend. That's your legend.
To me. I didn't know that.
I'm Googling right now.
By the way, I've got footage of this Man City owners realizing that just one family didn't think they could make it to the parade.
Please! Please! No!
Oh my. Hold on. Back in raw.
Did he really get done?
Bruv, Nandrolone, bruv. Nah.
What is it? The Davids thing?
The ultimate villain, bruv.
Was he on the Davids thing?
Guardiola fails drug test. Guardiola become the second high-profile player in Italian football in 6 days to be named positive.
Yeah,
anabolic steroid Nandrolone.
Yeah, bruv, it's in the Guardian.
Oh
no
my god. We're gonna. When's this Pep argument on the members? Oh my god! You know when you just got the big fire outside.
This is why you should kind of do it when you're supposed to do it. Like, I ain't backing him anymore.
All right. The brothers.
I told you that. I told you that a week ago. I'm not backing
John Jones
him.
of football, bro. He's a John Jones of football.
I'm not gonna lie. That is
everywhere,
mad,
bro.
Bruv, do you know how Nandrolone goes back to Edgar Davids? Yeah. Do you know how far back? I mean, obviously it's not like 70 none of that, but bruv, that's far back. So he knew about it and thought, yeah.
Pep Bones Guardiola. Yeah, all right. Your lot's done, yeah.
You see how Kyle Walker and Stones were fit. Apparently, were they fit? Actually, did they play? Actually,
Stones played. Walker was on the bench.
He's on the bench, yeah. Interesting. That's still quick recovery, though.
Wow.
Someone said Pep's career was slipping and he started popping.
Well, obviously, if it said, did you just say when he played in Italy? Did you just say? Yeah. That was when it was like he was what, 35 or something like that.
He joined pressure.
Was he that young at that point?
30, same age. Like he's 30.
He was 30.
He's a cheat when he's a player, and he's a cheat while he's a manager. The guy's dirt, bro. The guy's dirt. Oh, I can't wait. Cali man said, I actually feel the games we drew against Brighton and Brentford, we got cocky. We do it sometimes when we almost feeling ourselves too much. Remember Salah, chip miss v Brentford, just an example. Very true. Troy M says, the kid with no girlfriend no one ever saw. She lives in another city, huh? Hello. So true, though.
Yeah,
So
that
true.
is so true.
Right,
Wow.
people. It's coming up to that point now. Mark. Who has won the Kop-Ish FPL? Let's go. So, the final standings of the league table.
Dun, dun, dun.
Canal has done it.
Cannot, you know.
714 points. Powerland FSG, fantastic surge in the table. Glamour Boys in third. Marcus, who was holding on to the top spot for so long, ends up in fourth.
Bro, that's mad.
Redemption FC in fifth, up to fifth. Roughton in sixth. Mark in seventh.
What?
What?
I Jota Sheriff in eighth. Lockdown FC in ninth. Ain't Jota Clue in 10th. Show me the money in 11th. Scoop up to 12th. A bit more respectable Scoop.
He did a Newcastle scoop then, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Sell to buy in 13th. Boss in Puddlefoot in 14th. The Great One in 15th. But we got a shout out. Massive congratulations to Kunal Singh, the winner of this season's FPL.
All right, well played, brother. You cleaned up.
Not gonna lie, I probably didn't even get 2,000 points over the course of the whole thing.
Fam, I know.
I'm in the mud, you know.
We're in the mud. I don't think no one cleared 2,000.
We were born in the mud.
I don't think no one cleared 2,000 points.
Yeah, chin up, Mark, man.
You'll see our ranking on Thursday, guys.
Oh yeah, the Prem panel show.
I
haven't even checked
for Thursdays still.
I haven't even checked. I'm actually gonna check out. In fact, let me check now.
I gotta take some Nandrolone still. Chris says Pep should go back to Barca and wash the Man City plasticness from his legacy and win another Champions League. Bum Pep. Guy's a cheat. Drug cheat.
That's magic. I didn't even know about that, bro.
Math says Pep to dealer. I need pills more than you could believe. I need to run faster. The guy just always a dirty stinking Pep, you know. Ben Westbrook, thanks for your super chat. Dirty stinking Pep.
I've just seen our league. So long I'm gonna say.
That's right.
So long I'm gonna say. But certain man got lucky. I actually forgot about my team, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you. If I've overtaken either of you, it's not because I've done anything. I haven't touched my team in about 7 weeks.
I haven't touched my team either.
Oh,
if it makes you feel better. No, if it makes you feel better, you didn't overtake us, but still.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel better.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you overtook me,
if it makes you feel better, you missed the last train, you know, bro.
And he says that after you're all sweaty because you ran. You know, like you get to the platform and you're all hot, man goes, yeah, if it makes you feel better.
When I say to you,
bro, so you still getting charged by TFL,
bro.
When I say man didn't even touch the it's actually peak. But it's cool though. We move.
Right. Well, guys, when are we gonna be back?
By the way, to the winner, hit us up with your address in the email, letting us know that it's you who won, and we have to get a verification issue so that we don't get any thingy. And we'll be getting a prize at you as well. Congratulations on winning the fantasy league, bro. Big up yourself.
Nah, you've done fantastic. When are we back, boys? Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
We still got to assess what we're doing in it, guys, because obviously we've got the special preview coming up for the Champions League this week. We got the panel show, we got the Friday show, so yeah, it will be either Tuesday or Wednesday.
What we're going to ask people to do then? Hey, follow us on social media. Twitter, Insta, Facebook, TikTok. Get your updates there. Also, you can listen to this show, Thursday show, and the Friday show on your favorite podcast platform as well. So no excuses, people. Over 1,000 of you in here strong. If you haven't followed us on social media, you should be able to do that now. Yeah, I mean, Alex George, big up yourself for turning up. Lee, big up yourselves. Enjoy Thursdays. Hopefully, you can still make the Thursday show when we do it. We won't have
just
any
like
games.
to say to Alex. Alex said if we beat Spurs, they would have got top 4 and we would have won the league. So it's our fault. Correction, bro. They finished 2 points ahead of you. So if we'd have beat Spurs, they would have still got top 4. I'm just saying.
Damn, son. Why'd you hear that?
Damn, son.
Jeez, Alex, man. Alex.
I mean, Alex, we could actually say if you beat Spurs, you'd have top 4.
Oh.
Damn!
Alex, eh? Life comes at you fast. Comes at you fast.
Do you know, I actually want to know how the Arsenal fans are feeling.
Like they normally feel.
I don't know. I've seen a couple of them on the socials acting like everything's all right.
Yeah, man, they were devastated.
This is what they do all the time, bro.
Bro, I saw a car drive past me with an Arsenal flag. Man was playing Three Little Birds. I think they're all right, bro.
They're
like,
not, bro.
I think they're all right, bro.
If you're playing Three Little Birds when the sun ain't shining, bro, or a barbecue outside, you're not all right, bro. Like, you're not all right. Not all right. I know. Big up to everyone in the chat, though. Please do follow us on socials. Smash the like as well, people. We should be on over 1,000 likes. There's over 1,000 of you in here. So please, let's get this up to 1,000 likes. Keep an eye on social media for when we're going to be doing the preview. And yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. Till we see you next time. Stay safe.
Hell of a ride.
Stay blessed. Well, the ride ain't over yet, Drift. The ride ain't over yet.
No, I mean the season was a hell of a ride.
The season's still not over yet, bro. We still got one more
Well,
game
the
to
league then. Okay, the league.
The league is over. But no, bless up to everyone. Till we see you this week later. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we're out, people. Ba-la-la-la-la.
Peace.